Warning: the following content may contain spoilers for film and television programs. It is also intended for mature audiences. Viewer and listener discretion is advised.
Ahoy, all of you Flick Freaks out there, what is going on? My name is Andrew, and welcome to episode 53 of the Flick Freak Podcast. Joining me, as always, we have the king of the doldrums, Brian Vaughn.
Hi.
As you can tell, he's
I'm going with
cheerier
cheery.
than normal.
Yeah, lately that's been my thing.
It has been your thing. You're going to have to come up with a new nickname for you.
It looks like you actually woke up like before noon today.
He did.
I did. I've been up since about 8:30.
What
Yeah.
the
I know.
fuck?
He got here before you did.
I can't believe this.
The Radish Ravinator, and I'm still not sold on that nickname.
I love that nickname.
Okay.
And I was. Do you memorize the episode numbers? How do you do that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I think what he does is he takes the episode from the previous week and then adds one to it,
Yeah.
thus giving him the episode that we are currently on.
That would make sense.
Well, it does get kind of confusing. Like I said earlier, what episode is this? Is this the which one?
Oh yeah.
I guess because we do one once a week, it's not too terrible. With All-Tower Media, it's like once every other week. So
Yeah. No, we can never remember what
we
fucking
had
episode it is.
when Evan and I were doing the Backup Catcher, the baseball podcast, which I think we're going to revive. I hope. Because he no
That's
longer has a
exciting.
job. Whenever we revived that, though, we're going to probably start episodes over because we could not remember. We did so many weird episodes based on events like trade deadline and stuff. Like, it got really confusing.
I'm already asleep. I'm sorry.
That's the effect I have on gentlemen.
nice.
Made me sound really weird.
Well,
I don't
you
know.
are a baseball fanatic, and
Yeah.
going into the
That's way over the top.
season,
Yeah.
it's going to be an exciting time for you.
No, it's just me drunk for a month is what it is.
Yeah,
Or possibly not that long, depending on the outcomes.
on how the Cardinals do.
Yeah, but I'm also in the American League. I've decided I have a vested interest in rooting for the Blue Jays, the only Canadian team remaining.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Toronto, right?
that is correct. Look at you.
I know baseball shit. Mike, just so you know, I am an avid anti-baseball fanatic.
He is.
Okay.
He doesn't have any attention span.
So do you pick it fantasy baseball events like?
No, he knows football stuff.
Oh, I know football.
yeah, I do not.
a
I don't
lot
know
of
anything about that.
Football
Okay.
is my jam.
Football is the anti-nuance.
Football has too
I could
much.
talk about this for like 48 years.
Football has too much running, and this is
See,
a
that's
movie.
why I like it. Is because
running and
with,
crashing, and
Yeah.
there's no as you both know, like, a
every
big part of
single
baseball
play
is
is
the
either
statistical
a
element
highlight
for me.
reel or a scoring play.
Yeah.
Either somebody's getting the shit decimated out of them, or you score.
I disagree. Let me talk about this for just a moment, and then we can get to relevant things. Everyone's
just-
not listening.
Everybody's like,
already.
God damn it! I thought this was a
So
film.
yeah, because the people,
and
our
gaming.
podcast listeners, are sitting there pushing their glasses up on their nose, like, I didn't tune into a sporting podcast. Yep, made fun of all our listeners. We're
Thank
just
you.
like,
Actually-
I'm saying that as I wear like hipster glasses.
Yeah.
Hey, I think
And-
we have a 35% overseas listener, so 99% of them don't give a shit about
Yeah,
football,
no,
American
or
football.
baseball or any of this.
Yeah, I think baseball has a wider.
It travels
stretch.
better because it's better.
Yeah.
But I was watching the Sunday night game of the week. I was watching the Pirates and Cubs last week, and Jake Arrieta was pitching a fantastic game for the Cubs. And anyway, so I decided to switch back and forth between that and the football game, which was the Peyton Manning Broncos and the somethings, the Lions.
It was Detroit, yeah.
And every play was like a 2-yard slant pass, commercial break.
Yeah.
And then someone's hurt, commercial break, 2-minute warning, commercial break. And then I realized that probably is a huge issue with football for me. It's a 1 hour of actual played game that is spread
an
out
hour of
over
commercial.
3
Yeah.
hours and 15 minutes.
Football is to sports as Dragon Ball Z is to anime.
That is a super
just-
interesting analogy.
It just drags on forever,
Yes.
and then at the very end is the big
It's
delivery.
It's supposed to take like an hour and a half. You end up there for 3 hours, and your family's mad at you. And Goku still hasn't dropped the spirit bomb, and no one scored a touchdown.
I also, before we again, one more thing I'd like to do to hijack the podcast and make it terrible.
Please do.
Yeah.
I will get more alcohol.
I did a
I'll
stupid.
take another one.
Yeah, me too. Just in advance.
We've been recording for what 3
5
minutes?
minutes, if
Yeah,
that.
and we've already
Yeah.
drank.
So I made a bad decision on Netflix.
Ooh, interesting.
It's the worst kind of decision you can make, and you're going to be like, oh, yeah, when I start telling you about this. So I was just looking for a show to watch, and I didn't want anything that was a full-blown commitment, but I wanted a couple seasons to watch.
Yeah.
So I started watching The Killing, which was on AMC. AMC makes so many quality, reputable TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the plot sounded good. It seemed like a murky, noirish setting. I was super excited. The first few episodes are very solid, and then everything gets ridiculous. It's about the investigation of a murder of like a teenage girl,
Okay.
and it just gets ridiculous, and it's Red Herring Fest 8000.
Is it the American Broadchurch?
Kind of like that. Only that really does exist. I don't know if you're aware of that.
What?
The
An
Ameri-
American Broadchurch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not.
Yeah,
know
don't
that.
watch that at all.
It had David Tennant
No,
doing
Tennant
an American.
is not in it.
No, he is in it. And he's doing an American accent. It's so weird.
The British Broadchurch is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least the first season.
You are
Isn't
blowing my fucking mind
Isn't
right now.
the wife from Breaking Bad in?
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
That is true.
It's like
I
it's
watched
just
one
bizarre.
episode. One
It's
episode
bizarre.
and I was out.
Go on about what you were talking about, please.
Yeah. So I started watching The Killing. Anyway, I finished the first season. I have no answers to anything because everything was Road to Neverwhere. And now I'm sitting here having just started the second season because, God damn it, I want an answer to anything.
Okay.
I don't even want to be watching it,
It's-
and I
it's-
still am.
It's got the Lost effect on you.
Yeah, only that ended
That
up
was fun.
doing some things, and the characters got developed. That's not happening here.
Before they got to the 70s.
There's like one interesting character in The Killing. That is it, one.
Wow.
And I shouldn't continue to watch it. It also has the AMC effect of the logical point at which someone is, because it's very dark subject matter, right?
Mhm.
So people get in fights, and you might get to a point where you feel insulted, and you're like, you know what, fuck you. But it's AMC, so you screw you, which just doesn't have the same resonance.
No,
Well,
it does
they
not.
said they dropped some F-bombs in the AMC.
Yeah, but you're only allowed so
One
many
a
per
season.
year. Yeah. Which is why you end up with like Walking Dead season 5 problem of Rick being in that cargo trailer being like, they're screwing with the wrong people. And it just
Yeah.
comes across as disingenuine. And then he yells at Carl. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Carl.
That's not even true. I mean,
Carl.
You know, Breaking Bad dropped the F-bomb in their pilot.
Yeah.
There's also tits.
Fuck you and your eyebrows.
Yeah. Oh, the strip club scene
No, in the very beginning, there's tits out the window.
of Breaking Bad?
Tits out the window.
Oh, yeah.
Love that. Jesse
Oh, the
Pinkman's-
RV?
New podcast name.
yeah,
Tits out
Jesse
the window?
Pinkman is sneaking out of the window of that house.
Oh, you're right. You're totally right.
Yeah.
And there's tits out the window.
Summer of 2014, I
If
did
our
a full
pod-
rewatch of Breaking Bad.
If our podcasts had names, that'd be the name of this podcast.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this
Tits out
episode.
Tits out the
window.
window instead of just episode 53.
I feel like we made a mistake in not branding ourselves in that manner.
Yeah.
Hey, we're only 53 in. Why
Right. You know.
But,
Oh God. Andrew, save us. Get us on the rails.
So, this week is my Did You See That opinion of the week, and I'm going to have you guys choose because I went and saw 7 movies in theaters this week.
And that's
Jesus
over
Christ.
just a 5-day Monday through Friday week.
I think starting Sunday.
Okay, so
Okay.
Sunday through Friday.
So it was at least one movie a day, or did you see?
I think I saw on Monday or Tuesday. I saw 4 of them,
Fuck.
and then spread out.
wow. So
through-
it's an average of like 1.16 movies per day.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So I'm going to narrow it down to 3,
Okay.
which I think are the 3 best.
Okay.
One of them is going to surprise you,
Okay.
but I'm going to have you guys choose.
Okay.
An honorable mention will be Straight Outta Compton. I did go and see that, and it was
Okay.
absolutely fascinating. But the 3 I'm going to have you choose from are Sicario, Everest, and The Martian.
All right, I'm
am
torn on what to choose here because The Martian is the one that I want to see the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So I don't know if I want you to talk about that right now.
Okay.
The reason I chose those three also is because they're all brand new in theaters.
Yeah, so it gives us
Jesus.
more sex appeal.
Yeah.
With that and the tits out the window name, we're seriously headed in the right direction.
Yeah, we are. The Martian is going to be my logical choice, and
Mhm.
I will let you surprise me.
Okay.
All right, let's
A
do
lot
it.
of people
Let's do it.
would overlook Everest, okay?
Yes, I immediately did that.
Let me tell you right now, this is a shoe-in film for Oscar season.
What even is it?
It is...
I bet there's a mountain.
Yes. Okay, so think of any A-list actor ever, and I guarantee you they're in this movie. You have...
Marlon Brando.
Yes, he's in this movie. He is actually playing Mount Everest.
That's line of the week thus far goes to
Marlon
Andrew.
Marlon Brando is playing Mount Everest. So I'm going to just list off every single person that's in this movie,
Why
okay?
is the mountain eating?
So you have Jason Clarke, you know who he is. You have Jake Gyllenhaal. You have John Hawkes.
Also known as Teardrop or
Teardrop,
Dustin
yeah.
from Eastbound and Down.
Michael Kelly, who we know from House of Cards. He
Who
was
is
the
that?
balding guy. He was
The alcoholic?
the alcoholic.
That was
yeah.
Corey Stoll.
No.
I'm like certain about this. Show me Michael Kelly. Oh, it's yeah, okay, not the one that actively is.
not
and then
Stoll.
dies.
Yeah,
okay,
I could understand how that's confusing.
yeah.
but then
okay.
you have-
He's Stamper.
Yeah, Emily Watson.
Loyal Stamper.
Emily Watson, Sam Worthington, Keira Knightley, Josh Brolin, Jake Gyllenhaal. I think I already said him.
Sam
Wow.
Worthington. That didn't work out.
Yeah, Robin Wright.
What is this House of Cards alum party?
It pretty much is.
Yeah.
3 people from House of Cards.
That's
are in
really
this.
weird.
But so the story of this is true story. Okay, back in I believe it was 1996, there was a bunch of companies. I didn't know this. I thought you could just like, hey, I'm going to go climb Mount Everest, but apparently you have to hire one of these companies to take you to the top, and they're
Yeah.
in charge of your safety. They're the ones that are in charge of like the Sherpas and stuff like that, and you pay them
Oh.
like $65,000 to
Oh.
go up. And just a guesstimate, how long do you think it takes the average person to climb Mount Everest?
How tall is that thing?
30,000 feet, the cruising altitude of a 747.
Okay. I actually,
Ooh.
I've
heard this before.
I've read a couple of stories about this. I'm going to say 11 days.
I feel like you're right, like 2 weeks ish.
Yeah.
3 months
Really?
Fuck off.
to get to the top.
What a terrible
Whoa.
use of your time.
3 months to get to the top.
And then you might die.
Brian,
and then
Brian, let's break this down. Pros and cons. Pros,
Yeah.
any? Cons,
None.
cons,
None.
3 months of your life. You could die.
You
It's
could die,
cold.
and you're paying them
yeah.
an
Yeah.
exorbitant amount of money.
That's why it costs so much.
I've done
Because
way
you have
better
to get-
things with 3 months chunks of my time.
They did an amazing job in the movie of explaining why everything happens the way it does. You have to get to a certain altitude, wait there for a couple weeks, acclimate to
Oh.
the altitude,
Okay.
and then you go to the next base camp.
What do you
There's-
do when you're there?
chill?
I bet my phone doesn't work.
You chill. I
Bring a
guarantee you
book?
the phone
Hmm.
does not work because they all had
Yeah.
satellite phones.
Wow.
Satellite phones.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But so the main premise of the film is there's this one it takes place around Jason Clarke. He's the main protagonist. He is the leader of this New Zealand expedition crew that goes all the way to the top of Everest. They do it several times a year. They're the best of the best. The reason everybody chooses them is because it's safety first. If you're not doing good, they say, sorry, you got to turn around. They're not going to like, oh, come on, man, you can make it. They don't push you. If you're not doing good, they send you down. They don't want anything to happen to you. Jake Gyllenhaal, on the other hand, has another expedition crew, which is the gung-ho crew of, if you can get to the top, I'm not going to stop you. If you're not doing good, but you can see the top and you want to go for it and risk it all, I'm there for you.
Jake Gyllenhaal's kind of on a heater right now, you know? He's kind of, everything he's doing is good.
Yeah.
He is probably going to get an Oscar nom for this movie.
Yeah, he was fantastic in Nightcrawler. I don't
Yes, he definitely deserved a nod for that movie.
know. It was
but
a
did
tough
not
year,
get one.
though. It
Oh
was-
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Who won that year? That was for Whiplash, wasn't it? That was.
Yeah.
No, he lost to Michael Keaton, right?
Wow. Yeah. Of course
Oh
he did.
yeah, he was lead
Yep.
actor. I was thinking supporting
Yeah.
actor. So yeah, Michael Keaton didn't win. That was Eddie Redmayne who won last year for The Theory of Everything.
Oh, I was going off what I would have hoped would have happened.
I really think that Michael Keaton should have won last year. But no, wait, I take that back. I do think Eddie Redmayne.
I would have had
the best
Redmayne like third, just because I feel like it was. He benefited from how showy of a role it was.
Yeah, can we make a rule where biopics don't win Oscars anymore?
Yes, can we?
Jesus Christ.
I really want to.
Actually, that was a very fascinating movie. I don't know if you saw The Theory of Everything.
I didn't like the movie that much, but
I did. I really did like it.
I thought it was fine. I thought he was really good in it, but
Yeah.
I do not... I'm kind of with Mike on that general principle, which is it's kind of a cop-out.
I think that's interesting because I remember whenever The Danish Girl, also an Eddie Redmayne movie, came out, everybody was like, oh man, that's going to win everything.
Yes, it
It's
is.
also a biopic.
Yeah,
that is. I think I should say biopics of like major figures because
Okay.
those always go to the Oscars every fucking time.
every time.
Yeah. But getting back to Everest,
Yeah.
so
That's your job, Andrew.
as they get to, I steer us back on track. So
Captain,
they're getting
my Captain.
they're getting to the top of the mountain. They're getting really close. They've been doing this for months, and they finally get there. They're way behind schedule because Jake Gyllenhaal's character and Jason Clarke's characters decide, hey, it's going to be a really rough year this year. We should take our 2 expedition crews, team up, so we can get all the ropes and stuff, everything, because you
Right.
got to have ropes that go up there, and you got to have ladder bridges that go over the glaciers and stuff, because they change every year. You got to take them down
Yeah.
because it's going to be a different trek every single year. So they start going up, and
So do
turns
these
out
guys have to do this every time?
every time they got to put ropes and ladders and stuff every single
They
time.
are the real losers in this scenario.
The Sherpas, yeah. Well, the Sherpas were not a fan of having to team up with each other. I didn't know apparently there's this blood crip rivalry between Sherpas, but
Why is that not a movie?
I know, yeah, exactly. So they just decide, fuck it, we're not doing it. We're not going to put up the ropes. We're not going to put up the ladders or anything. And this huge storm comes and traps everybody on the top of Everest. And I'm going to tell you, shit gets beyond emotional. If I were to tell you that I left the theater without crying, I'd be a liar. This movie broke me down by how emotional it was.
Wow.
So, yeah,
That's
exactly.
pretty cool. I enjoy that cathartic release in movies.
Plus, if you were going to go see it in IMAX 3D.
Andrew
Okay.
has the designation of being the last person that I cried in a movie theater next to.
Was
Wow.
it Interstellar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Dude.
totally...
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the last movie I cried to, and
Yeah.
I started off hating that fucking movie.
I think...
I really liked it. I liked it, I think, far more than anyone I've talked to.
No, I love that movie.
So
I loved it too.
It's fantastic.
I believe
film.
it was like my 4th favorite movie of 2014.
I think it was 2013.
Oh,
Oh, no, you're
no.
right. Yeah, you're right. Okay, I take that back.
Year.
So, this is not only a see it is, I think, in my top 10 movies of the year.
Wow. I wonder if
Yeah.
that holds. I wonder where that's going to hold. Because shit's about to go down. Stuff
Dude,
gets released soon.
Stuff is going to start getting released coming up. And just real quick, The Martian, #1 movie of the year now. Just so
Yours?
yeah, my #1 movie of the
Wow.
year.
Well, I need to see that. I mean, I do. I know that I do. But will it beat
Everest
out,
is
will
number 6.
Will it beat out the Harry Potter Frankenstein movie?
Oh, yeah. That's,
Will it?
No.
Will it beat
God.
that out?
the
Fuck.
Harry Potter and the Chamber of Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Isn't he
McAvoy?
Igor?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's Igor. I keep wanting to say Igor because I've seen Young Frankenstein so many times that I just
Can we just
default to Igor.
like if an actor has such a prominent role to start their career that you can't separate them from that role?
They just
Can they
are.
just be it in whatever their movie?
It's kind of
whatever
like
movie they're in,
it's-
even if it doesn't make sense.
the actor should be the persona of frisbees. Nobody calls them discus. Everybody just
No.
calls them frisbees.
Yeah.
So he is.
Right.
Yeah,
Kleenex.
or Kleenex. Yeah, that was my other.
Yeah,
example.
Kleenex, yeah.
Coke, even to some people.
Yeah, Coke. That's a perfect example.
So
It's
Ja-
like the only they refer to all drugs.
So
as Coke.
Daniel Radcliffe is the Coca-Cola of actors.
Yeah.
Harry Potter.
Yep, Harry Potter.
Jason Bateman is Michael.
Mm-hmm.
Just in case anybody's curious, right now Everest is number 6 on my movies of the year, and I've seen 32.
I need to start tabulating that because here's what happens, Andrew. At the end of the year, you're like, okay, time to make our list, and then I'm like, oh shit, time to look back through, and then I look through every week's release for 20 whatever,
Yeah.
and tabulate like here's what I've seen, and then start ranking them. If I were to do it progressively, like a responsible reviewer, then it would be much easier. Which I do with music. Like I
Yeah.
keep track of it as the year goes on.
I haven't heard a new song, I think, in a couple years. I just
That's
don't listen.
because you're almost 30.
Yeah. Well, I-
unless you're a freak, you're done listening to music.
Yeah, I have listened to
you're
all the
done-
music I
You're
need to
done
listen
listening to
to.
new music. I read a study about this actually.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, unless you are like just super into music, i.e., both of us, you're not going to be doing that often.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to seek it out if it happens upon you. But then all of a sudden, one day you're 37 and you're like, this new single by whoever sure does sound acceptable. And
Yeah.
then you realize that you are you're not as cool as you were once, and then you go into a downward spiral of depression and pill popping, and it's just this is all just how I assume it goes.
Okay.
And an average Wednesday for Brian has been.
Well, no, the only thing I don't have to worry about is the ceasing of listening to new music.
Yeah.
Everything else in life I do worry about. Yeah.
But you got that priority set
yeah,
up.
I'm all good.
All right.
I will always try new beers, and I will always listen to new music,
As it should be.
and I will never shave.
Your music is my movies.
Yes.
I probably, I'm thinking about growing a mutton stash.
Could you
And-
please?
Okay, that sounds awesome.
I'm
Could you
thinking
please
about
do that?
doing it.
Yes.
So I'm going to have to grow a full beard first. I have the mustache, and normally for me, the mustache is the hardest part to grow. This is taking me
it
over.
is. It's the hardest part.
I guess I'm not sure why we're talking about this, but I don't care. I just want
It
this to
doesn't
happen.
matter. This
Yeah.
is a subject worth exploring.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have the mustache down. So
Yeah.
the
It's
hardest
down.
part's out of the way. I just need to grow.
No, I would buy.
It is.
I would buy land from you right
Absolutely, I would too. And it's a new year coming up. We could use a new look from the Orms
Yeah.
monster. So
Yeah.
the Orms.
Yeah.
The Orms monster.
now.
I
I
like
might
it.
do. Maybe I should do. I've had the exact same general appearance for 10 years.
You look the exact same
Yeah.
as the first time I met you.
I don't
About what, 10 years ago?
Yeah, I have gained about 35 pounds.
I've
But
seen,
other than that,
I've seen pictures.
Honestly, I can't tell.
yeah,
I've
I'm
seen
not
that.
just saying that.
I see pictures of you on Facebook when you're like 22, and I'm like, okay, that's the same person.
No, it's just me with less alcohol in it.
This
Yeah.
guy
That's
here
all it
is
is.
the same guy who I relied to buy alcohol for me when I was underage.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I
'Cause
was-
I'm like a year and a half old or
yeah.
something.
You were 21 and I was 20.
Yeah.
Or
And
19, I
our-
can't remember.
Our listeners don't know what's going on because they don't know what any of us look like.
No, they know what I look like. And they,
Yeah, Andrew
I
has a
think the
mustache.
only one they don't know, no, they know what Brian looks
They
like.
could if they dug deep enough.
If they dug deep enough, because
Yeah.
you've been in one reaction
I
video,
have
and you've
been.
been in several. Actually, your reaction videos took off. They
I'm
both
like
have
an-
over 1,000 views. So,
I'm
Wow.
like an Easter egg.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm not going to lie. Every single reaction video that Brian has been in has been highly in the favor of the thumbs downs in our YouTube. Is because Brian just doesn't give a shit about any reactions. Like, this looks
No.
like the stupidest fucking
No, I
movie
just
ever.
stare at it, which I would think people would be interested in that.
The authentic.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's authentic, but people don't watch
Well,
reaction
okay.
videos to see you shit on it because
To
people
be fair, if
they
you,
seek out a video that they're excited about. So that's
to reaffirm their opinions.
exactly.
That's a terrible way to live, guys. You should.
Fix your fucking lives.
But, I do give honest reactions
The-
in a lot of my videos.
The
It's
first
just,
reaction video I'm in, by the way, is me walking into the room because I was running late. That's shocking, I know.
Yeah.
So I walk into
Lady
the
in the
room
van.
in mid-reaction video and just sit down and I'm like, this looks shitty.
It
Like,
was
I
Lady
did
in
not
the
know we
Van.
were recording anything.
Whenever I do a
And you
reaction,
allowed it. You were like, oh, that's fine.
I don't give a shit because it was authentic. I do I do give authentic reactions, but I do preface by saying that I always try to see the good in every single movie.
Yeah.
But whenever it's like
Yeah,
Joe Dirt
that's-
2, I'm like, I can't do it.
Well, I'd like to have a whole podcast about how we approach media. Like one time, I think that'd be fascinating. I would listen to that. I would think it was really interesting.
the way I'm just going to give a quick summary.
Yeah,
The
sure.
way I look at it is, it takes movies about 7 to 8 years to finally reach the screen, somewhere around there for like a big, huge.
Yeah, it can
blockbuster.
be a really.
It can take a really long time. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears go into it. And for me to sit down and watch a trailer and go, looks fucking stupid. I think that's just
No.
incredibly.
No, you can't do that. But by the same token, one thing you do have to do as an avid, because we all, let's face it, spend a lot of time watching stuff.
Mhm.
Or else we wouldn't be qualified to do this podcast.
Yeah.
But you do have to manage your time a little bit. I mean, if you see something and you're like, well, that looks okay, you might not watch it because you might not really have time. I have that problem all the time. I'm backlogged on stuff I want to watch.
I do agree. It is the job of the studio to get you enticed to see the movie. But at the same time, I think I should give them the benefit of the doubt on more than one trailer.
But maybe not Harry Potter Frankenstein.
But yeah, maybe not Harry Potter.
I don't know. I do have trouble. I think that it's probably best to find the good in everything. And frankly, if you don't like something, like, just don't watch it. You don't even have to, why contribute more hatred to the atmosphere?
I will say,
You know.
I have done, people have requested me to do reaction videos to trailers and stuff, and I've recorded a reaction to it, and I'm like, you know what? There was just nothing there. I didn't emote anything, so I just don't upload it.
Yeah.
What I don't like is blind. I've written, I would love to start this again if I had time, but I've written a lot of movie reviews, and one thing I expressly tried to avoid was just blind, this is terrible,
Oh,
this
yeah.
smells like a big turd.
Yeah.
You know, like, as some amateur reviewers will do, which,
Yeah.
I mean, I also am one of. I want to have reasons, like concrete reasons, like this just didn't work for me for this reason.
Right.
You know, I think that's a common mistake, is just trying to be funny, so you go over the top, but you're not really giving anyone something I don't like. Someone might. So if I explain why I don't like it,
That could
maybe
be the
someone will
reason
be
why
like,
they
well, I
do.
don't mind that.
Yeah,
You know,
if-
that's
If you can actually come up with a unique way to explain why you did or did not like something, that can actually really communicate.
even if it's a negative review, you might be encouraging someone that falls into the camp of that film to go see it.
Right.
Yeah.
Weird parallel, because the only thing I can think of, I just read Fahrenheit 451, was not
Yeah.
a fan.
I was not either.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I felt, and I did a review for it, and I felt like, with what you're saying there, my negative review was basically that I found it beautiful prose, but it's just too curmudgeonly
Sure.
for me to enjoy it. And I think that someone was like, oh, well, like, someone could read that and go, well, I agree with everything Bradbury said, so I probably would like it.
Yeah,
You know?
like I gave a negative review to The Master, Paul Thomas Anderson movie, The Master.
I actually really like that movie.
Well, I've had a few discussions about this, and I still, after giving it a negative review,
You
Yeah,
can just
do
pick
it.
up the mic next
after
time.
giving it a negative review, I still recommended that people should see it because I really appreciated it. I just didn't like it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I didn't enjoy it.
Well, Paul Thomas Anderson, he has a very, very specific
Well, he's kind of a
filming
genius.
style. Yeah, he is. But this one he took to the next level of his style, and I could see how that could definitely be off-putting because
Well,
some of his movies, like There Will Be Blood or even Magnolia, they're more mainstreamed, I guess you could say.
yeah, I
Well-
wouldn't. I would not say that about There Will Be Blood, which I actually think would be very off-putting to a lot of people.
Well, the
Yeah.
ending for sure, but
Yeah,
I
well,
mean-
I just think it's very hard to sink yourself into if you're not someone that watches a lot of movies.
If not, buy the soundtrack and see if you can get 45 seconds in and
wasn't
enjoy it.
Radiohead the
yeah,
guy? who-
Johnny Greenwood. Is
Johnny
the,
Greenwood. He
is
did
behind
the soundtrack for There Will
which
Be
is
Blood.
only effective in the movie.
I think the soundtrack is like just someone stumbling through a room full of buckets.
Yeah. Well, that guy's one of those people that like plays 700 instruments and will just do whatever.
Yeah.
So it's kind of one of those things.
He goes all out. He doesn't hold back.
No. The scene where there's the giant fire and Daniel Day-Lewis is walking to the fire
he isn't.
and the just like offbeat percussion, that to me is exactly how you would soundtrack a movie. Like, some
Yeah.
people hated that.
No, it was.
I thought it was perfect. I saw that with you, Andrew, in a theater.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, such a good movie.
Yeah, it was fantastic. That was in like 2007.
2007.
7?
It was
Yes.
2007 when There Will Be Blood and No
Yeah.
Country for Old Men came out, because I remember
We saw both of those.
Because I remember I've never had a more difficult time choosing which movie I liked more, There Will Be Blood or No Country for
I have
Old Men.
ultimately, in
Wow.
retrospect, definitely decided No Country for Old Men.
I still think
But I do
that's
like
where
both.
I think that's where I
Yeah.
lean, but in my top 10 movies of all time, which I can't spoil because on YouTube right now I'm doing my top 100 movies of all time.
Yeah,
and,
I really want to do that. After you mentioned that before, I really think that'd be fun to do.
tonight I'm going to be posting numbers 71 through 80.
I didn't
my.
know you were
Every-
posting these already. I'm going to go watch those.
I'm doing 10 a week, so like 71 through 80, and the next week will be 61 through 70. Yeah.
I am getting ready to, on my mostly defunct blog, post my top. This is ridiculous, by the way. My top 100 albums of the 2000s, like 2000 to 2009.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's a tag.
I will fucking check that
2009.
shit
I
out.
would put I would put Postal Service Give Up
I'm
as
like-
my number one.
That is on my list. I am probably about 70% done writing this, and I will warn you right now that it's like 30,000 words
Hey,
Yeah.
that's a novel.
for that. Yeah, exactly.
That's
No, I'm a pathetic person.
That is a
No, you're a writer. That's not. There's a difference between a pathetic
I know.
person and
you
a
just,
writer.
You just spiral into stuff on accident.
I think glasses and a desk are the only difference.
So you're a typer. So let's just go ahead and jump right into our top 10 news items here.
Yeah.
So number one that we have on this list so far this week, we have Jeremy Irons and Brendan Gleeson have joined the Assassin's Creed film cast. I love both of those guys, especially Brendan Gleeson.
I don't like video game movies. Never work, but I have like a little bit of faith in this.
Well, because Michael Fassbender is
That's
the lead.
the main reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing for me with Assassin's Creed has always been that oh god, the concept for the games has been so neat, but playing the games for me has always been so exhausting, and I don't care.
Do you think that they're going to do anything with the what's the machine called? Do you know?
The Animus.
The Animus. Do you think
yeah.
that's going to have anything, or do you think it's solely going to take place all in history?
Wow. I
Because
wonder.
I could see how that could be incredibly confusing to a new audience.
Because the way it was done with the games made actually that was a really clever storytelling device. Because it made the game make sense why it was going through this narrative, because it was what this character did. You could only go in certain parts, and there was literally like a 3D grid that you couldn't go through because you knew it was a simulation.
Yeah.
I feel like they shouldn't do that, because that wouldn't translate as well. Like you said, it'd be confusing. They'd need to come up with a different framing device because it's a movie.
It's too Wachowski right now. I was like, oh, this is the Matrix.
Yeah. It would need to be... No, I just don't even think they should do something like that.
One of the 7 movies I saw, Jupiter Ascending. There's a reason why I didn't talk about it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
no.
don't imagine that was
I
a good experience.
think the only reason I got 30 minutes into the movie was because I was excited for Werewolf Channing Tatum. There wasn't enough of that.
No.
And
no.
the jetpack boots.
I want his boots.
The
We've
jetpack
seen-
boots
they
made
were
me
really
made
cool.
me like angry. So
We've
I had
seen
to,
a lot of incarnations of Channing Tatum in the last couple of years.
He's
I
going to be
didn't-
Gambit,
I
and I'm
didn't-
excited about that.
I did not expect him to have furry ears. I didn't see that coming. But
And he's going to be Evil Knievel, like we talked about last time on the podcast.
that'll be cool.
Yeah.
He's actually a pretty good actor.
He's
I
fine.
actually do like him.
I was not a fan of Foxcatcher.
I was not either. I don't
Because-
think we've talked about this.
You and I, we were beyond excited for that movie
Yeah.
because just the makeup and
It seemed
Steve
like
Carell's
it would be
performance looked like it
excellent.
was going to be the
And
greatest
he
movie of all
was
time.
really good.
He was just, there was nothing in that movie to
No.
keep you enticed. So,
And that's even with Mark Ruffalo being like one of the 10 celebrities I'd most like to hang out with.
he lives in San Francisco, so just go find him and say hello.
So
I don't think that would work.
so do we know who is directing?
We probably do. I just don't have that information right in front of me.
Justin Kurzel.
Maybe
What's-
we need a stat guy, like just a guy to sit over there and look stuff up for us.
We could
Can
definitely
we make
use a
Jareth
stack.
do that? Jareth isn't here this week, and I like to punish Jareth. It's kind of just like a thing
Yeah,
for me.
it's pretty fun. He's directed 5 movies. He's doing Macbeth.
That also stars Michael Fassbender. So.
He did Snowtown.
Is that the one with Colin Farrell?
Yes.
Okay.
And
That looks really weird.
The Turning.
No, that's Winter's Tale that I'm thinking of, I think.
Okay. So we don't know who this guy is.
Oh my god, can there be an alternate Snowtown where it's literally a town built out of snow and Nicolas
Igloos.
Cage is the sheriff?
Oh yeah, I'm there.
Yep.
Yeah. If there are any studios listening, like, I'm available to work for you.
Yeah.
To
Make
pitch
that movie
ideas.
pro bono.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Speaking of...
It's not going to work.
Yeah, it just...
Speaking of studios,
Yeah, speaking...
one of them made The Watchmen.
Yes. So Zack Snyder is trying to bring a Watchmen series to HBO.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm serious.
Didn't like the movie.
I love
the graphic novel.
It
It's
stands
good.
as my favorite superhero movie.
Okay, yeah. And so do you like the graphic novel's ending better? You can still like the graphic novel more, but did you like the graphic novel's ending, Alien Squid
with
Monster?
that giant ass squid monster thing.
Better.
No,
Okay.
No.
Because I thought
it just took a huge 180. I'm like, oh, wait, what the fuck?
yeah, I thought the logic behind making Dr. Manhattan the villain was far more interesting.
Oh, that was
Way
fantastic.
more interesting.
But I think that the thing that really threw me off about Watchmen, and this can ruin or save a movie, was the soundtrack.
Which,
the
by the way,
soundtrack was
we've talked about this before.
The most
But
atrocious soundtrack
I thought it was
for any movie.
fantastic.
No, it made no sense.
That's why it worked so well. Like
I could not
weird
get
feeling
behind
anachronisms. Like I thought it was good. I thought it was
Have
very good.
Fucking Simon and Garfunkel for your funeral music.
It's like the Good Vibrations close out of Vanilla Sky.
I don't know. It
the
the soundtrack
Yeah, I know. See, it's the same feel for me.
I
The
don't
soundtrack
think it's the same.
made it
because
feel like Forrest Gump with superheroes.
wasn't Hallelujah the sex song?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay,
they're
no.
fucking to Hallelujah.
'Cause
Who hasn't done that?
I hear you on this one because and Zack Snyder has this fucking weird thing of of long weird sex scenes.
Well, can we agree that that's the best thing Zack Snyder's done by 8 Miles?
Watchmen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like-
like Man of Steel more than
Man
Watchmen.
of Steel is okay.
No.
I'm
It
a
has
huge,
Michael Shannon in it, which
I'm a
is like
huge
a
Man
big
of,
plus
I'm a
for
huge
me.
Man of Steel apologist. I love that movie.
I am too, except for the IHOP product placement, which I will bring up every time I talk
You
about
do
Man
love
of
talking
Steel.
about IHOP and Man
Yeah,
of
I
Steel.
saw that at a drive-in.
But I'm not gonna lie. After watching that movie, I really wanted some fucking
I
IHOP.
literally went to IHOP after that movie.
I really did.
I just wanted a cricket dog of my own.
After I hit like I literally ran over an armadillo.
Now,
Oh
I
my
will
God.
say this. Obviously, this series has not been officially confirmed or picked up by HBO.
I'd love for that to happen.
But given HBO's
HBO.
track record, yeah. Have you guys watched Ballers yet?
I
No.
have all of it queued up to watch totally legally
It's
if
in
I
it.
wanted to, because The Rock's in it, and that
It's Entourage about the NFL.
as a 1990s wrestling fan, I tend to follow The Rock's movie career.
This smells exactly like what The
Like,
Rock
well,
is cooking.
It does it really?
It really does.
Oh, good. I was hoping.
He drops the people's elbow on a few people. It's awesome. Okay.
What's with all the? It actually makes sense. I was going to say what's with all the wrestling actors, but
That's what
yeah.
they're
that's part of the
actors.
job.
They are actors.
so yeah, it makes total sense.
Yeah. And that's not a new fad. If you look at what Hulk Hogan
No.
was doing back in
I'm
the 90s
pretty sure
with like
Rowdy
Suburban
Roddy
Commando
Piper was
or
in a movie.
So wait, is WWE or whatever the fuck it's called the same thing for American actors as like Shakespeare is for like English actors?
Oh, please.
That's awesome.
I love that analogy.
That makes us sound like the worst country, which we are.
Oh, we're up there.
No, we're fun.
I would love to live in like Sweden or something where they got their shit together and it's an
Yeah.
awesome
Yeah.
country.
Yeah, and you can just kind of do some
Well-
drugs. I don't know. Like, we might want to look into moving to Sweden if the great Trumping.
If
of
if Trump
2016
wins,
happens.
I will give serious consideration. And
Mass-
I know I don't want
or
to be
Canada,
one of those.
like I could go to Blue Jays games.
It's just so fucking cold.
See, I'm
No,
bringing-
not saying
I'm
it's going to
bringing
be
it back
any
around. I
warmer
don't know
in
if you-
Sweden than Canada, but I don't know. I hate being one of those people that's saying if they win the election, I'm fucking leaving. But
No.
Trump is a scary ass motherfucker.
Trump is like the evil cartoon character, political cartoon thing. Only it's a person.
But
Yeah.
like right now, you guys, it's really fun. Because
The novelty
this doesn't
of it
seem
hasn't
real at
worn
all.
off. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like Gaston is running for president. It's just the craziest thing I've ever seen.
It's the most insane have the loudest voices, and I think that's why
Yeah.
we hear a lot about him. But I would put money down he's not going to win.
He won't. There's
won't
no.
win.
America. This is me having faith in all of us. We will
Wow.
not allow that, right?
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a little bit
Yeah.
of doubt in your voice, though, and that's
no,
what I think is
I know.
scary.
The tear rolling down my cheek is a dead giveaway.
I wonder if it's karma for all the awful shit America has done over.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, once it's been more than a century since the last time we nuked someone, we'll be the better country in the
Yeah,
world.
I just feel like anyone with the nickname the Imploder is probably not a great guy to have for president. That's a nickname I just gave.
Well,
him.
we talked last podcast about how if we switched Donald Trump with Arnold Schwarzenegger,
It would be Demolition Man.
it would be like, I don't care all of Donald Trump's opinions, I would be a little more okay if it was Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
because he was
like
commando.
I think if we allowed one of the Kardashians to be president, that would not be worse. I'm being 100% serious because he is the scary kind of candidate.
Speaking of scary,
Okay, so John Goodman has
That
signed
was
on to the
awesome.
film Skull
A
Island.
plus,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're coming through this week where I'm falling short.
I'm
so.
trying.
So yeah, John Goodman. Maybe he's going to play. What was Jack?
Yeah, Jack Black's character in
Jack. Yeah, but his name in the movie was. I am so having a fucking brain fart right now because King Kong is one of my favorite films. I'm talking of the original King Kong. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Does anyone have any love for the Peter Jackson incarnation of?
I really do.
I thought
Like,
it was
it was
good.
really long.
That was fun.
They could have cut out a shit ton of that movie, but I still found it very entertaining. I think it was actually the first movie I saw in IMAX.
It's got Naomi Watts in it.
Yeah, she's
I love Naomi Watts.
Yeah. King Kong. She was really good in Mulholland Drive. I'm just filling time until I can look.
That's
up
another
King
movie
Kong.
that I would say I did not like at all, but people should see.
What's that?
Carl
Mulholland
Denham.
Drive.
Oh,
If you want to see Naomi Watts have several lesbian sex scenes, it's an
Which I
amazing
did
movie.
want to see, as it turned out.
Yeah, I will say
you didn't know, but
Well,
There's-
I didn't know that was going to happen. I
Okay.
was 17,
pleasantly surprised.
and it was the best thing that happened to me that year.
Yeah. I will say there's a monster thing in Mulholland Drive that makes no sense whatsoever, but it is fucking terrifying. I remember the first
whole
time
thing is terrifying.
Yeah. I don't know what that movie is or what it's about, and I never will.
I have no idea,
I've seen,
and I'm not dumb.
I've seen the
Contrary
movie.
to what it sounds like.
Yeah, I've seen the movie 3 or 4 times. If you can find somebody who can explain Mulholland Drive, I will nominate them for president because they're the smartest
Did you
fucking
watch
person.
Inherent Vice, Andrew?
Yes, I did. Didn't
God.
understand that
Oh,
movie either.
fuck.
Okay, we didn't either. I watched it with Mike. We did not
I
understand.
No.
tried so hard.
Did we- No, we
it makes
didn't
me
finish
feel
it.
fucking stupid whenever
Got
I watch a
within
movie
10
and I
minutes or so, and then we just stopped.
We got so mad. It was like 2 hours and 40 minutes in, and we were like,
And
no
we
more.
we hadn't seen each other in a while. We could have been doing something useful or fun.
Right. Yeah, that
and
probably didn't help.
Instead, we were watching a movie that, again, I fully encourage people to seek out because I'm curious. It wasn't boring, perhaps because I didn't know what I was supposed to be
Yeah.
looking for, but what was going on.
What's like worse than meandering? I don't know what for like the pace of a film. I don't know how you do worse than meandering, but like wandering and stumbling just down like an empty hallway. That's what that movie felt like.
Yeah.
And like spilled some cocaine on your shoe.
All right, so the next news item that we're going to talk about.
Speaking of cocaine,
Speaking of cocaine, yeah. I like that. Let's just we used to do that, where we just did a random, it didn't tie in at all. We'd say, speaking of cocaine, Helen Mirren has decided to be...
Yeah, I kind of missed that.
Yeah. Let's bring that
It's
back.
back around episode 12 or so.
Yeah, it's been a long time. It's
That's
been over a
guess.
year. It's been over a year. So Activision, what the fuck was Activision thinking? So what they did is Activision has a Call of Duty Twitter account, has almost 3 million followers,
Right.
and they're verified. So what they decided to do for the upcoming Black Ops 3 game is they decided to change their Twitter handle to Current Events Aggregate and to start posting fake news articles to get people hyped up for the upcoming Black Ops 3 game. But they didn't fucking think that it would turn out the way it did, obviously, because people are livid. Because whenever you change your name to Current Events Aggregate, a news source, and you're verified and you have 3 million viewers, whatever you post, people are going to think it's fucking real.
And like most people on Twitter, you're just scrolling through that and you're not really thinking about it.
Yeah.
You just see, a verified account. You know, whatever.
Yeah,
a verified
your life
account
is
it says
slowly creeping into the abyss of nothingness.
Yeah.
And
it's
you see a big news story.
it's talking about some tragic bombing.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're immediately like, oh shit. Why did
Because
they?
if people say, okay, hypothetically, say you're not following this, okay, one of their posts had over 325 retweets. So that's just somebody who's not following you, and that's just one of their tweets.
Yeah.
325 retweets. Somebody retweets that, and they're talking about, here's one of the tweets. Breaking news. Unconfirmed reports are coming in of an explosion in the north bank of the Singapore Marina. You're going to think that's fucking real.
Yeah.
And then they go on to make more tweets about terrorist attacks in Singapore. 18 tweets later, they finally come out and say, this has been a glimpse of what's going to be coming in Black Ops 3.
$59.99 for Xbox and PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
I don't
Like-
like the name Xbox One.
Thank
no,
you.
still not going to get over, but it is
Xbone.
still my main console. I love it
Xbone.
more than PS4.
I don't understand. Okay. The only conclusion I can jump to here is like, did they must have known that this would cause a stink. Like they had to have
How
known
could you not know?
that this would cause fallout. So they had to have known that this would happen.
And do they really
so
need
gonna...
to be promoting themselves in such a manner?
They don't
When-
need to promote themselves at all.
No,
because
especially in a way that might draw more ire from the crowd. That's like, violence and video game. You know, that's the problem you're already facing. I don't understand why you would do that.
You're not getting any new people playing Black Ops 3. All the same people are going to play it. You don't need to do anything this ridiculous. The only thing I can think is that they wanted to cause a huge splash. And I don't want to be that cynical to think that, but God.
Well, no, but something that big, it has to be.
If any kind of intelligence went into this.
Do you know how on lockdown the marketing would have to be for Call of Duty?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it would. That's
they're the
just
highest
crazy.
grossing video game franchises
Ever.
in history.
Yeah. I don't understand that.
They don't need any publicity. Just a commercial. Black Ops 3 Call of Duty coming out next month.
Yeah.
Go reserve it.
15
or 10-second commercial. They're going to sell over 1 million copies.
Yeah, they're gonna hit the charts somewhere near the top 10.
You don't need to fucking terrify people on Twitter into thinking that there's terrorist attacks around the world.
It's kind of repulsive.
Yeah, no, that's
honestly
that is what we
It's
are.
irresponsible. It's ignorant, and whoever is in charge of their Twitter should probably be fired. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, and when I first heard this, I thought, "Oh, how stupid!" But the more I think about it, it couldn't have been a stupid mistake. It must have been
No, it was absolutely
thought out.
18 tweets over the span of several days. They could have stopped it if it wasn't intentional.
Yeah.
Just
After
for this,
tweet
I'm going to
3.
not buy this Call of Duty game.
Well,
I only buy.
I
Call of
agree
Duty.
with you, but I wasn't going to buy it anyway.
Yeah,
Same
I
here.
wasn't
I've
gonna buy
never
it.
once even played a Call of Duty game.
I have, I think, 3 Call of Duty games.
However, it's a
1, 2,
genius
3.
idea. Like all the it's going to attract a lot of different people. Any Call of Duty game, because a lot of people like first person shooters. So you can get casual and avid gamers. You can get the I was in ROTC in high school crowd.
It's
vicariously living out their dreams.
It's
on
not
the small
safely.
screen.
It's not too
Yeah.
weird. There's no aliens or anything like that.
You don't have to
Well,
think
there
about
are
anything.
exo zombies. Yeah.
You just
You
gotta
get all the patriots.
you just
know?
all you do is you shoot the brown people, and you get experience points, and you win.
just like in St. Louis.
That's exactly right.
Jesus Christ.
That's what-
So I'm
Flick
gonna
freaks.
skim right over that in case
Yeah.
somebody didn't hear it. I take it back. I
It's
own
a better
5
idea.
Call of Duty games, and they're all the exact same thing. If you're gonna buy a first-person shooter this fall, either buy Fallout 4 or Halo 5.
Fallout 4 is going to be a first-person shooter.
Yeah, they all are.
Speaking, Fallout 3.
You can kind of pan out, but
Yeah,
the main aspect is FPS.
I guess.
Yeah, no, that it is. It's the first person.
I don't know. There's two. It's not. I don't. I enjoy it, so I don't associate it with first-person shooters.
Okay.
You can pan out to be like an over-the-shoulder.
So can we now say that I like 2 first-person that and GoldenEye?
Wow.
Can we now say
Are,
that?
are you playing 3 or New
and
Vegas?
Perfect Dark,
Yeah,
Wait,
Perfect Dark.
Are you
FPS.
playing 3 right now or what?
Fallout 3?
Yeah,
No, 2.
that's not a first-person shooter.
I know, but 3 will be.
3 would
And I will.
definitely.
3 is.
And I'm going to be.
We're talking about 4.
Yeah, but I'm going to have to play 3.
Yeah, you are.
When you
I'm
get
gonna
to
have
3, you get to follow Liam Neeson around.
like I normally do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, him and Mark Ruffalo.
Speaking of Mark Ruffalo,
So Taika Waititi will direct the upcoming
Flawless.
Thor
Taika
Ragnarok
Waititi.
film. So yeah, this guy, we know him from Flight of the Conchords. We also know him from the amazing indie film that came out this year or last year.
yeah,
Last year.
why the
End
fuck
of
is he
last year.
directing Thor Ragnarok?
Because
I
Marvel
hope that
has
turns out interesting.
because
I
Marvel
don't know that it will.
No, it's going to be amazing because if you look at Marvel's span, they choose directors that have nothing to do with huge blockbuster films. Before Jon Favreau came in and did Iron Man, what did he do before that? Swingers?
Yeah, Swingers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
I rented Swingers from Blockbuster when I was 16.
who did the first Thor? He
Full
was
disclosure.
who did the first Thor? He was in the Frankenstein movie with Robert De Niro.
Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
Yeah. I forget what his name was, but he directed that. But what I'm getting at
Did
is
Kenneth Branagh, right?
Kenneth Branagh. That's who it is. Yeah. If you look at what Marvel's done with a lot of their directors, besides maybe Joss Whedon, they choose people who have nothing to do with hardcore sci-fi.
Who directed Thor 2?
Thor 2 was. Give me 2 seconds here. I'm
Yeah.
going to sound smart.
It's important that I know this.
It's
information.
Alan Taylor.
Okay, I don't know who that is, and
He
Thor
did,
2 was fucking terrible, and I didn't want to go to it in the first place, and I slept during half of it.
He did Emperor's New Clothes, Palookaville, and Terminator Genesis. And a
This
couple of
explains-
Game of Thrones episodes.
Palookaville.
Yeah. He did 6 Game of Thrones episodes.
Okay.
But,
Which ones? Like the worst ones? where you're like plotting through the countryside and learning about characters, but they're like not really wanting to be close to another person right now.
It's probably some of the really poorly shot action sequences.
Yeah.
Go on.
Or like one of those Daenerys episodes in season 2 where it's like, what are we even doing here?
Standing in the desert,
Yeah.
by
Standing
a
in
wall.
the desert, exactly. But no, I love Taika Waititi, or Watiti, however you say his name. Watiti.
Yes, Waititi.
Yeah, but yeah. What We Do in the Shadows was one of the funniest movies I saw last year.
I loved that movie.
So I'm interested to see because the
I still
Ragnarok.
routinely, by the way, at work use the line, "We're not swearwolves."
We're werewolves, not swearwolves. Yeah. So the Ragnarok storyline, in general, not just in Thor, is fascinating, and I'm interested to see what he can do. Because possibly, I don't think they would kill off Thor in his own movie. They would probably kill him off in an Avengers film. Unless they're wanting
Which is
to.
a shame because he's like one of my favorite parts of the Avengers movies now because now he's really funny.
No, he's
Like,
great.
The way they position him as not understanding humor is great.
Yeah.
Like oh yeah, I like that.
Unless they're going to kill him off in this and have him be reborn as a woman and have Natalie Portman be Thor, because if you watch or if you read the comics right now, Thor is a woman
that's
now.
a thing now. Well, one thing maybe my favorite line of Avengers 2: Rise of James Spader was the line where Iron Man and Thor are arguing about basically Iron Man's championing Pepper and Thor is championing Jane, and then the
Jane's
conversation
better.
ends, and he just says, Jane is better.
Jane is better.
Which, is what they're trying to do. I just thought that was a nice touch. I liked that.
But yeah, so Taika Waititi, I'm definitely going to go see Thor Ragnarok. I was going to see it regardless. This just gives me that extra incentive to see because I'm interested to see what he can do with a huge blockbuster.
I'll wait till you tell me what you think about it.
It will
I watch
probably not be my favorite Marvel film. I'm just going to put that out there right now.
It could be your favorite Thor film.
It could be my favorite Thor film. I do like the Thor films. A lot of people do not.
I don't. I haven't really been sold on them.
I really like them. I hated the Captain America movies. Besides the newest one, the Winter Soldier.
I didn't even get into that one.
I like that one. It was a huge upgrade from the first movie.
That's been my favorite Marvel movie so far.
Really?
Winter
Okay.
Soldier.
What would my favorite Marvel movie be, guys?
Probably
Avengers, the first
none
Avengers?
of them.
I can't. The first Avengers?
No, we're
Is that
talking
right?
we're talking Disney
No.
Marvel. We're not talking like Fox's X-Men or Blade.
Well,
or,
I know, yeah, because that's not fair, because X-Men 2.
awful.
I like X-Men 2.
X-Men 1's the way to go.
Also liked X-Men 1. X-Men 3 can,
Suck a dick?
yeah.
Yeah.
It can.
It really can.
You can, if you put the DVD case around. Anyway, the first Iron Man, I liked that.
That's
well-
really what pushed Marvel into the forefront
right?
of being.
Yeah.
And they took a big chance there on Robert Downey Jr. not
It
relapsing.
paid off.
Yeah.
Not relapsing into
Yeah.
what he used to
That's-
be.
But also, could you cast someone better? I mean, I know we've all got kind of Robert Downey Jr. overload here.
I don't think we do.
I
There was
don't,
there was a time I thought we were on the brink of having
Yeah.
way too much, but I think that
Sherlock
they've been very
and Iron Man.
But the first one of those, when the first Iron Man came out, it was like a revelation.
yeah
Like, oh yeah, this guy seriously is talented. I forgot.
Yeah.
because
drugs.
yeah ever since like Chaplin we're like, oh man, this guy's amazing, and then
Yeah.
you
Or Less Than Zero. Did you ever see Less Than Zero?
I saw that, and well, he did Kiss Kiss Bang Bang with
Mhm.
Val
Oh,
Kilmer,
fuck.
which I thought was amazing.
The movie's really good.
Yep.
Also, that's the best Val Kilmer ever.
Nope.
Yep.
Tombstone's the
Nope.
best.
Okay, I will take Tombstone as a
Yeah,
contender,
that's
though.
fine.
That's a good contender.
What was
I
it
will
that
not take Willow.
you should take Willow?
The bones tell me nothing.
I hate brownies.
All right, guys.
Hey, we can actually do a real tie-in here. Speaking of Alan Taylor,
Oh,
The
that's
ter-
nice. Yeah, that's smooth.
the Terminator sequel is on hold
Like a jazz
indefinitely.
musician.
Yeah.
I don't care about this.
Oh, that's exactly what I was going to say, Mike. Speaking of things
Terminator-
we don't care about.
Terminator Genesis, one of the 7 movies I saw, wasn't
Yeah.
terrible. Matt Smith, Doctor Who, he's in this movie. He
in
is Skynet.
Genesis.
Yeah, he's
I'm
Skynet.
done with Terminator until further notice.
This movie wasn't terrible.
Yeah,
it
but
wasn't
see, I gotta
great.
have more
It
than
wasn't
that.
good, but it wasn't terrible. It was fun. Have
I
you
gotta
ever
have
just
more than
watched
that,
a
Andrew.
stupid
I have
movie?
hours more to dedicate to the killing, which I hate.
Brian.
Yes, exactly. Have
Brian-
you ever watched a movie and you're like, "Oh, that wasn't good. It was just fun."
Brian, have you ever had fun? Have you ever had fun
I've
before?
had a lot of fun before.
Yes, this movie's fun. It's not
It's
good.
been
It's just
years,
fun.
but it has happened.
I will just take a root beer.
Andrew's
Thank you.
calming it down now.
Yeah, because I'm starting to get slurry word.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I haven't eaten today, so I got a little bit of the. This is beer 3 here.
I had
In the last however long we've been doing this podcast.
you're closer. I can't see. Are we in like 39
Oh,
minutes
but I'm
or
like
something?
blind, so even with these Coke bottle glasses, can't see anything.
The Hubble Coming Attraction Telescope glasses.
Yes, exactly.
So,
Speaking of things that sometimes don't go that well,
M. Night Shyamalan, his next film coming up, will star James McAvoy instead of Joaquin Phoenix as...
which is guaranteed to make it worse.
Yes, thank you very much, sir. But, I'm not gonna lie, I like more than one M. Night Shyamalan movie.
I do too.
Is,
Let's talk about that.
Is one of them Signs?
One of
No.
them is Signs.
How did I know that?
It's not my number one. I want
Okay.
you guys
Number one
to
is
guess.
The Village. Then that's mine.
no.
Guys,
unabashedly.
guess what my number one M. Night Shyamalan. It's also my number one underrated. Well, if I say what it is, if I say that,
God,
then
I
it'll-
hope it's something terrible.
I know
Just
exactly what it is.
what
Unbreakable.
Will-
it is. Unbreakable. Unbreakable is
Okay,
my
that's
number
fine.
one.
That's
No, but I was going
acceptable.
to say it's my number one underrated
If you
superhero
had said
movie.
either The Happening or Hold on.
These plants are fake.
Yeah, if you'd said The Happening or Will Smith and Will Smith's kid don't talk, I would have
Earth.
said should be thrown out your balcony.
No, it's number 1 is Unbreakable, number 2 is Signs, and then number 3 is The Sixth Sense.
For me, The Village is one.
I still haven't seen The Village or Lady in the Water.
The Village is really good, and Lady in the Water is my 2. For
Really?
M. Night Shyamalan.
Okay,
Yeah.
you know what's weird? I was thinking Lady in the Water is one of Brian's favorites.
Really?
Which
Yeah,
is
because
great.
everyone hated it. Is that why?
Paul Giamatti's
I
in
love
it,
Paul
isn't he?
Giamatti.
Yeah. So, obviously we don't know anything
Bryce
about what
Dallas
this movie is going to
Howard?
be.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If M. Night Shyamalan has nothing to do with writing, I enjoy watching him direct.
Yes.
Apparently
okay,
his
that's
newest
a good
movie-
way to approach it.
His newest movie in theaters right now isn't terrible.
Yeah, but
from
did
what
you
I-
read the synopsis? Can you get behind that?
No. But
It's like kids go to their grandma's house and she eats them.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure that I want to. Did you guys see Hansel and Gretel with Jeremy Renner?
Woo!
not
Yeah.
yet. Not yet.
Yeah,
I didn't either, and I'm not going to.
That'll make you pick up drinking real quick.
Yeah.
All right, so speaking of
Hawkeye goes to grandma's house.
speaking of M. Night Shyamalan, Vin Diesel confirms that he will be on for 3 more Fast and the Furious films.
Of course he will.
They've said after 10 they're done. 10 will be the final one.
Well, this concerns The Rock, so I'm back in.
Yes.
Does that count spin-offs? Like if we do like Syrian donuts or something? I was trying to think of
Syrian donuts.
Oh boy.
I was
Oh
trying
my
to think
God.
of car things. That's the only thing I can think of.
Fast 6 or no, it'll be Fast 7 or what will it be?
No, because Tokyo
Oh, yeah,
Drift
Fury-
was like a
Yeah,
an
it would be
offbeat.
Syrian donuts. So the next one is number 8. So yeah, 8, 9, 10. So Furious 8, Syrian donuts. I am there day one.
I will watch that if that's a thing.
Syrian donuts.
Just in a
You
desert.
guys. I can't think of the guy's name. Have you watched Gotham?
I hate that show. I
Okay,
hate
we've
that
talked
show.
about this, but this is Ben McKenzie, the guy that plays James Gordon.
Yeah.
My blood pressure just went up.
Do you guys have him in your head right now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can you
I know
picture
who.
him.
Yeah.
Does he not look like the great value Jeremy Renner?
I could
Do
see
you
it.
see it? Do
I
you
could see it,
Okay,
yeah.
I thought that for like
you did. Did you watch the OC, Mike?
no.
Damn it, I did. I watched the first 2 seasons of the OC.
I don't know. I think
Is
he
it
looks
on
like
Netflix? Is that
No,
why you
no,
watched
I
it?
watched it
Oh.
when I was like 12 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was too busy being poor.
like a Sam Worthington, like kind of a Mick main man, you know?
I don't know. Yeah, but Sam Worthington
Is
is
enough-
more,
he's
more
nothing.
major than that.
I feel like I guess so. He's got the more square in the jaw.
Sam Worthington's more square in the jaw. Like, I'd rather like hug Sam Worthington.
I could
You know.
I guess I could see that. I just
Yeah.
feel like there's probably a factory or a press somewhere where they make these leading man actors.
Yeah.
I think Joel Edgerton, or I think Sam Worthington is the knockoff
Of Joel Edgerton.
Of Joel Edgerton.
Joel Edgerton's great.
Yeah.
Also, like,
Have you seen Black Mass yet?
No, I haven't yet.
Oh, he's good.
But I
He's-
sure did see Warrior, and that was really good.
Oh, that's in my.
That's like one of my favorite sports movies of all time.
That's yeah.
That was a
that
really
movie
Almost-
was so fucking good.
Almost not even a sports movie though.
That's probably why I like it.
yeah.
The sports movies are bad by definition.
Hey, speaking of super fast cars, Lionsgate is trying to create a Cabin in the Woods sequel.
Yes.
Cabin in
that
the Woods
happen.
is one of my favorite horror films
Loved it.
ever.
Yeah.
Also starring Thor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a weird circumstance where that movie
Yeah.
was shelved for a long time. It's got Richard Jenkins in it. You can't go wrong there.
No, that guy's amazing.
It's got a guy that I really like in it. He has a weird name. He was in Dollhouse.
Alan,
I love that guy.
It's not Alan Tudyk.
Why can't I think of this guy's name now?
It's like
Franz
that's it.
something.
Fran something.
Yeah, anyway, no, Dollhouse is really good.
Yeah.
And, I also really enjoyed him in Dollhouse, and I understand that a lot of people did not.
Sorry, Dollhouse.
Frank Kranz.
Fran Kranz. Dollhouse's payoff was really good. I think is what you
Yes.
mean.
Yeah.
Dollhouse itself, nah.
No, I really
Payoff
did
was
like
good,
it.
and also like
I loved it from beginning to end. Like
It was a
halfway
little bit
through
of a
season
half-cooked
2, I was like,
idea.
meh.
If I plucked out like season 2, episode 3, and showed it to you, you would fall asleep.
couldn't you distill
It depends
Dollhouse
if Alan
into
Tudyk
something-
was in it or
That's
not.
true. Alan Tudyk was amazing in that.
Couldn't you distill Dollhouse into something awesome? Like if you wanted to?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That Dollhouse is some of the rare good sci-fi I've seen on TV.
Yeah, a lot of really good ideas running around there.
Big concepts. Anyway.
Hey, speaking of Alan Tudyk, Lethal Weapon series has been picked up by Fox.
Ugh, I'm
I'm-
so angry about
No.
this.
I am too, because those movies are near and dear to my heart.
Me too. Like really a lot. The first time I remember being like, "That is a woman that I'd like to put my penis inside of." Was the
Mel
blonde
Gibson?
German?
No, Danny Glover.
The blonde German girl in Lethal Weapon 2. I was like 7 or something, and I remember being like, "Yeah, German girl." Maybe it's my German heritage.
Patsy Kensit is her name.
That's her name. I'm gonna look
Yeah.
that up when I get home.
Was she looks very familiar. Was she the hot Swedish chick from D2 The Mighty Ducks?
There's a good chance that that is the case.
Because I remember seeing
now
her.
now that you say that, there's a good
There's
chance.
probably a 2 to 3 year spat where like she was the hot Swedish chick in anything.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But then she died when they blew up Mel Gibson's boat home.
Yeah.
So sad.
What was the Lethal Weapon knockoff that had Charlie, whatever the fuck his name is, Coke Face?
Charlie Sheen?
Yeah, Charlie
There
Sheen.
was a Charlie Sheen
You could have said
Lethal
Tiger
Weapon
Blood.
knockoff?
Yeah, Lethal Weapon knockoff that had Charlie Sheen in it.
Oh, 2.5 Men.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh,
Yeah, when they
is there
both
a work-
retire and-
has
Or was it? No, it was Emilio Estevez, wasn't it?
Quick poll. Has there ever been a worse television show made than 2.5 Men?
Big Bang Theory.
I love
Okay,
The Big
yeah.
Bang Theory.
I
I
also
love the
hate
Big.
it. Yeah,
love
fist
that show.
bumps. I watched like 3 episodes of it.
There's a
I was
reason
like,
why you guys are
this-
on that side of the.
I was like, this is supposed to just be pandering to people.
This is
and all
what
it is broad sitcom horseshit.
this is what Hollywood thinks nerds are
Yeah.
packaged in a
Yeah, well, that's what I want to like. Come to my house and look at my music collection and watch me play OOTP. That's like, or just watch me organize my hard drive for like 2 hours on just a random Saturday night.
Yep.
And then try to tell me it's just the whole not having that guy. I don't even know his name. Oh, I hate him.
Oh yeah, no. And
Jim Parsons.
the worst
Maybe.
thing is
The-
how great of an actor he thinks he is.
He
It's
does
so
think he's
bad.
awesome. I've seen him on award shows.
But he gets like $10 million an episode, so
yeah,
like
he gets more. He gets he gets like over like Cranston money plus.
yeah. So, Andrew, are you trying to move us on? Oh, actually,
I think it's called Loaded Weapon. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know what you're talking
Unless
about.
it's like
actually,
loaded baked potato, I have no interest.
Yeah, it's Loaded Weapon. It has Emilio Estevez and Sam Jackson in it.
Okay, yeah, I should probably watch that.
Oh, it's great.
Do you mean Samuel L. Jackson?
Yeah, him too.
Okay, because
We
I
just
think
call him Sam Jackson.
I
now.
think you're talking about someone else if you don't say Samuel L. Jackson.
Who the fuck else would I be talking about?
There could be a Sam Jackson. That's an actor that
Well,
probably a white guy.
Just if I say Sam
Is it?
Jack, just automatically assume I'm talking about Samuel
Okay.
L. Jackson.
Yeah.
But it has like John Lovitz, Tim Curry, Will Shatner in it. It's really, really fun.
Any
When you
short
say-
balding guy you can find.
Now, when I say Will Shatner, I mean William Shatner
You knew.
from Star Trek. So, not Bill Shatner. Okay, so pretty much think of it as the Airplane or the all of those Leslie Nielsen movies.
Naked
You know,
Gun.
Naked
Okay.
Gun.
Yeah.
Think of Loaded Weapon as that, and they are fucking hilarious. They're really
Okay.
good.
I gotcha.
So yeah, about Lethal Weapon on Fox. I'm
So
not
we're
going to
gonna
watch.
be-
I'm really pissed.
I
Yeah.
am too, and it's on Fox, of
Especially
course.
because it's going to be awful.
Donald Trump guest stars. We should start. We're gonna talk about trailers, right?
Coming up after we talk about some other stuff. Yeah,
Can I do a thing?
Okay.
I want to do a
Yeah,
thing.
do a thing. I have to go to the bathroom.
Go to the
for it.
bathroom because
Yeah.
this is
Go
gonna
for
take
it
me a
because
second.
after that we're going to talk about. Some
You
other
guys will
stuff.
miss me dearly.
So much. So okay. This is kind of book news, but I'm interested to hear what you guys think about this. So Brian, while you are peeing,
That's not where the bathroom's at. That's where. Oh,
No, he's so an author that is near and dear to my heart. Recently, Patrick Rothfuss, he's published The Kingkiller Chronicles, Name of the Wind, Wise Man's Fear. During Comic-Con, there was a bidding war over the movie rights to his books. This is a guy who really did not want to turn his books into movies. He didn't feel like it was viable. He didn't like the idea, but he talked to people anyway. Finally, he's gone to a bunch of different studios. He went to Lionsgate, and to Lionsgate, he was like, look, guys, honestly, a movie will not work. I'll tell you what might work. A TV series and then ending in a movie or something like that. I could do that. After Comic-Con, he goes home. Lionsgate contacts him back and they're like, hey, you were talking about, a TV series and a movie. We like that idea. And he's like, what? And they were like, but also what about a video game to go along with it? And he was like, what? So there is a best-selling fantasy series, which I highly recommend. It's fantastic.
What's the name of it?
The Name of the Wind and The Wise Man's Fear.
Okay.
The Name of the Wind is the first one. It's character driven. It's not like Epic Quest or anything. It's about a man like retelling his boyhood, and there's kind of fantasy elements, but, and this is going to be a movie, a TV series, and a video game. And this is not, again, I have to iterate, these books are not, there's like no action in them. The action that is in them is like,
Bet there will be now.
primal, you're like, the main character's like on his stomach, like stabbing a voodoo doll and like lightning strikes. Like that's the most action that happens. So I'm curious as to what you guys think, never having read the books. You're about to be flooded by, probably in 2 years, like a TV series, maybe on, I don't know where Lionsgate's going to put it, a movie,
Maybe Showtime.
and a video game.
Well, I could definitely see that working because that's what they're planning to do with the Dark Tower series. They're going to do a movie, a series, a movie, a continuation of the series, and then they're going to wrap it all up with a movie. So
Weird.
it's because I don't know if you guys have read the Dark Tower. I know you're kind of reading it right now.
I don't really like this multi-platforming thing if it's not congruous. Like I want if you want to tell the story in different mediums, I think that's cool. But I don't like.
I mean,
I've seen it done wrong. I've seen it done wrong with The Matrix. I don't know do you guys know how they tried to do it?
I've seen everything done wrong with The Matrix.
The way they wanted you to do it with The Matrix is you were supposed to watch the first movie.
And that's it. There we go.
The way they wanted you to do it was watch the first movie, watch the animated film Animatrix.
Oh, okay.
Then to watch the second movie, then to play the video game, then to watch the third movie. I did all those and it made sense, but I could definitely see how watching movie, you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Actually,
I was still, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
But it still like made sense. It made more sense.
I'm off put by the fact that Arrested Development did a Netflix series and then is doing a movie. I just do one thing.
Yeah, with Arrested Development, I don't think it's as big of a deal because
it was gone.
Yeah, I'm just so happy that we're getting new content. And I feel like I've talked about this on this podcast before, but season 4 that everyone was so angry about, I enjoyed.
Yeah.
It was not up to the quality of the original 3, but
do you think they could have matched the quality? Do you think it was just
so... You have that long of a layoff, everybody's doing different things. There were a lot of shooting restrictions that prohibited... It kind of forced the structure they went with. So, no, but
So why they should never make another Firefly.
Yeah.
The hype or the bar is set way too high.
Yeah, never make another Firefly.
Yeah, but if they did, I would watch it.
I'm
not saying
I'm sure
wouldn't.
I would have fun doing so.
Probably.
So, to everybody, before we move into the trailers this week, we're going to tell everybody about our Patreon campaign. We got our first Patreon subscriber / Yes.
What? We did?
Yeah.
What did they do?
$1 a month.
Yeah.
And they have the best name on YouTube I've ever seen. A recording studio by the name of Clem Media.
Am I not getting this?
Chlamydia.
Oh, I just got it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome.
Chlamydia.
So
I'm
Clem
proud
Media,
that that's our first subscriber.
If you come to Springfield, I will give you an uncomfortably long hug.
And a case of Clem Media.
Yes.
if you'd
So
like it.
thank you to Clem Media. If you want to join Clem Media, then go over to patreon.com/flickfreaks. Give $1 a month, and we're going to make this channel and podcast better together.
Like maybe we could take lessons at not being terrible. At
Oh my
this.
god, I can't imagine if we could actually get money out of this. Like, how much better this podcast could be.
Yeah, we
That'd
could
be
do
fucking-
a lot of things,
That'd be
right?
fucking awesome.
No, it would just
Yeah.
be better quality with the same bullshit that we always put
We could
on.
we could replace Jareth. I mean, there's just so much we could do.
The possibilities are endless.
Even with I feel the obligation, even with Jareth not here, to do this. Is that bad? Does that make me a bad person?
No, it makes you Brian.
Yeah. Yeah. So it does.
Yes.
Okay. I
So
see.
we're going to move on now to trailer talk. The first trailer we're going to be discussing today is The Revenant, Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu's newest film starring Tom Hardy, fucking Eyebrow Kid, and Leonardo DiCaprio and Domhnall Gleeson.
I did not see fucking Eyebrow Kid.
He was in there.
Did they do something about that or something?
Will Poulter? No,
They-
he's in there
They bring his eyebrows down a little bit.
a little bit. He had a hat on covering the eyebrows.
Oh, okay.
So he just looked like Kid.
So Eyebrow Kid's going to be an It. In the
Possibly.
remake of It, right?
Possibly, because
Yeah.
they're thinking about just scrapping that whole project.
That's
now.
fine if they do.
Yeah, that would maybe not be the worst thing in the world. So when I was watching the trailer for The Revenant, I was like, I kept looking for normal camera angles. I saw none.
Yeah,
It
I
kind
like
of-
that.
It kind of looked like, in the best way, that it was shot on like a GoPro mounted on a helmet.
I feel like it's going to
No,
feel really tense the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It felt
If they could
odd.
somehow figure out how to mount a red IMAX camera onto the head of somebody as they were just flinging
So-
around, so you get 4K amazing.
So this is generally Leonardo DiCaprio gets stranded on a mountain and takes revenge for the people that left him there.
Yeah.
That's basically what we're going for here, and I am on board with that.
well, sort of. Tom Hardy leaves him for dead while at the same time killing his son.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not for the character.
yeah.
But story-wise, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to see Liam Neeson kill another person, but I'll absolutely watch Leonardo decapitate people all day long.
Leonardo Decapitator.
That's awesome.
Leonardo Decapitator. I love it.
Also, awesome accents there going on.
Tom
makes-
Hardy's is good.
As a
I-
Missourian, I feel at home watching
Yeah.
that trailer.
I didn't recognize Tom Hardy at first.
I did not either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we're all in agreement.
all seeing
The
that,
Revenant
right?
is going to be incredible. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
We
Oh,
should all see it together.
I
We
wanted
should.
to tell you guys,
Hold
October
hands.
16th, it's a Saturday. Meet up here. We have a private screening for a
Really?
movie.
What are we going to see?
Beast of No Nation, the Idris Elba
Oh,
Netflix original.
Fuck
Really?
yeah,
We
let's
have
do it.
We rented out a theater
How'd you finagle that?
because I'm fucking Andrew fucking
Blowgees?
Ormsby. Yes.
Okay.
A lot of BJs
Okay. I
left and
figured.
right.
You said it's the 16th?
Whatever that Saturday is.
I hope that
16th
it
or
will
7th.
be the 17th. I hope that works out with my baseball schedule. It probably will, though.
It'll be at 4 in the afternoon.
Okay, yeah, then it surely will.
Right after we record the podcast, we're going to go and see it.
Okay.
So,
I like
If
this.
a
Where are we
s-
doing this at?
undisclosed location, but it is
Okay.
a movie theater.
Okay, we're not going to be murdered, though.
Not going to be murdered. It's
Like,
not like
I don't even need 100% confirmation, just like 60.
100%. We won't.
Did you-
99?
Okay.
There's always that
Okay.
room for doubt.
Yeah,
You said it
'cause
was
you
that
don't know.
You said it was that Saturday?
That Saturday,
Bruce Wayne's
16th or
parents didn't think
17th.
they were going to get murdered either.
It's the 17th.
17th. Okay.
Yeah, like I said 20 minutes ago, Mike.
So I
My
read a
internal
really cool.
calendar is impeccable.
I read a really cool fan theory the other day about Batman. I want to share it with you guys.
Batman?
Too.
Batman.
Batman.
Yes.
Bruce
So,
Batman.
with the new series launching, they're redoing the whole stories and a continuation of the story. There's this fan theory that Bruce Wayne, as Batman now, is going to be sent back in time with
God,
nothing.
I hope not.
No, listen, because this is really cool, okay? So he's going to be sent back in time with nothing. He's going to be a bum on the street, and he's going to walk down an alley, and as he walks down the alley, he's going to see him as a young boy and his parents walking down the alley, and he realizes he is the gunman that has to kill his parents, because if he doesn't, then he never becomes a Batman and he never saves millions of lives. So he has to sacrifice the life of his parents in order to save the lives of millions.
Okay. Why is he being sent back in time? Who's doing this?
No, I don't want to go into that because it was like
Okay.
a 35-minute thing of why he would be sent back in time.
Yeah,
And
because
did make
I would
sense.
need more on that.
It did make sense. I will just tell you it did make sense why he would be sent back in
I
time.
mean, probably what I would do is just watch 12 Monkeys.
Yeah. It's pretty much 12 Monkeys and 12
Because
Monkeys
that
is an
movie's
amazing
really
movie.
good.
The TV show, not so much, but the movie, amazing.
Big, huge disappointment there.
Yeah. But what do you guys think of that? Do you think that's cool? I like that fan theory. I really do.
So is this what's this for? I guess.
Fan theory.
Okay, just in general, just
In
comics.
general, yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody just bullshitting like, guys,
would-
wouldn't this be cool? I'm like, damn, that would be cool.
I would love to see that as a comic, like
Yeah.
with a good writer,
A
an
possible
artist.
graphic novel, like not tied
Yeah,
into
but I don't know
any
if we need
lore.
to make this like canon. Like, I
Yeah,
don't know if we need
don't
to
make it
introduce
canon
this.
or anything. Just a cool
Yeah.
off story.
No, but I'd
Yeah.
love to see Bruce Wayne kind of psychologically walk through that, and
Ooh, can
Yeah.
we get Michael Shannon to play Bruce Wayne based on
That'd
my
be
previous
great.
statement about how Michael Shannon makes movies better?
That's very true.
I guess he does.
So the next
Yeah.
trailer we're going to be talking about the 2-part Halo 5 Guardians live
I'm
action
just going to
trailers.
sit back and let you guys talk about this.
So I posted about this on Facebook. Xbox contacted us. They loved one of our reviews about Halo 5 Guardians, and they're going to use it in an upcoming commercial for the game.
Dude, that's awesome. Are you getting reimbursed?
Nope, just publicity.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I would have done it either way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Obviously, I would have preferred money, but hey, why not?
No, that's fucking
Well, to
fantastic.
be fair, Microsoft doesn't have a lot of money to just be handed.
That's
Right.
true. They're kind. I don't want to push them. You know, they're.
Andrew, I'm sorry. The first thing I asked was, "Will you be reimbursed?" That's actually fucking awesome, and you must be really excited.
No,
I'm
that's
excited.
really
very
cool.
ecstatic
I'm
about
excited
that
for
happening.
you.
That's really
amazing.
fucking cool. Yeah, I'm excited. About
I can be as cynical as I want about huge corporations and about movies and video games, but at the end of the day, you're going to be on a commercial.
Yeah, that's great.
Like
That's-
for Halo. That's
awesome.
fucking awesome.
I'm very excited. Very excited. But the video game. So
The
I
video
know-
game itself.
I know, Mike, you are. I don't know. You are familiar with the story. What Halo 5 Guardians is going to be about.
Yes, very.
Brian, do you know what's
Brian
gonna
is
be
on his
going
cell
on?
phone. He doesn't care.
Yeah, again, I was not joking when I was like, this is all you guys.
Okay.
I want the listeners to, I'm sure like 70% of our listeners are really excited about Halo, and all I would do is dampen their spirits.
So we know that Agent Locke is hunting down the Master Chief to kill him now.
Yes.
I'm sort of getting the feeling that that's like a that's not like it's just a misdirection. That he's really not going to be the bad guy. But they're trying to tie it into this whole thing where Spartan Locke and Fireteam Osiris are going to try and hunt down the Master Chief.
No, I think it'll be. Okay, so this is just with the psychology of a video game.
Yeah.
You have to be really careful about who the player thinks its enemies are. With Halo, the enemies have to be the Covenant, and they have to be now
Forerunners.
the what are they called?
Forerunner.
The Prometheans.
Yeah, the Prometheans and the Forerunners. Same
Whatever.
thing, yeah.
Yeah. So obviously, we're never going to play a level where Locke is trying to kill Master Chief. I don't feel like they're gonna. I just don't feel like they're gonna do that. So of course, later in the game, they're gonna unite in the same goal.
Yeah.
But I do think that's a super interesting way to, because I think Master Chief's journey becomes really uninteresting right now.
I don't know, man. He's finally teamed up with Blue Team again. And have you seen the trailer where it's Master Chief meeting Blue Team?
It's pretty cool.
It's fucking awesome, dude.
But I think for most people, it's kind of nothing. It's just
and
like,
that's unfortunate because to know that story, you have to have read like The Fall of Reach or stuff like that.
so I think with a lot of big games like this, they need to have an in for the new or relatively new player, and that's Locke. And I think that lets you kind of discover Chief's legacy in that way. And can we call him John at this point? I think he's decommissioned from the army. He has a name.
I'm alright with calling him John.
I-
John 117.
The Master Chief. That's an actual rank. Like,
Yeah.
you can't. It's like, just call him John. Like, I don't know.
Spartan 117.
Anyway, about the actual trailers, I don't know.
These live action trailers, they kind of remind me of what they did with Halo 3, where
Yeah.
they took you through the museum, you know, like it was,
I think.
yeah, Believe, where it was like in the future and you saw the soldiers as old men who were talking about, it was like an homage to World War II veterans, you know, sort of, and like the Master Chief saved it. And those were incredible trailers. And now that they're doing these live actions again, ever since 343 took over, I know you're not a fan, but I do like 343 Halo games.
It definitely got the. It seemed like it was putting a lot of coal in the hype train. You know,
Yeah.
like it was. I like that. I like looking at the human element of the Halo story, which is something that's not looked at enough.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Oh
I
my
like-
God, Brian, you're back. Hi, we were just about
Hey,
to
what's
talk
up?
about Angry Birds.
Oh, am I ready for that?
Yeah, so why don't you take us through your views on the Angry
We
Birds?
watched a trailer for Angry Birds. Angry Birds is a bullshit app that you can get on your phone to waste your time and not do anything productive or like make society better. And now someone's decided they can make that into a movie because people will legitimately go see the goddamn thing.
Yes,
Don't go see this.
Please.
Just don't do that.
I implore you for
Just
no reason.
be better than that.
Not
be
even
better than that.
Not even ironically. Don't
Go
even
see The
it.
Revenant. Go
Yeah.
see. I swear to God, like go see something that is made for the sake of art. For God's sake.
Earlier we were talking about, Andrew, you were saying that it takes 7 years, to make a movie.
Yeah,
and it's
it
actually
took 48 seconds to make Angry Birds the movie.
No, you know what? Actually, it's pretty clear. This movie is several years in the making because there was like an Angry Birds
Yeah.
thing. Like
Yeah, they were a little late to the
it
party.
was about 3 years ago, I want to say,
Yeah.
when it was just everything was Angry Birds. So this does feel a little late, but you can the animation is really, really good.
Yeah.
Every single other thing about this movie makes me want to die.
Are you ready for me to play devil's advocate?
I knew you were going to by your stoic mustachioed look.
So, think back 2 years ago, we got the movie, the Lego movie.
Yeah, that was good.
Everybody thought it was going to be bullshit.
I did
because
not think that was going to be bullshit, to be fair.
A fair amount of people thought it was going to be
Yeah.
bullshit. But I, again, with you, thought it was one of the best movies of that year. I think that this movie stands a good chance of doing the same thing based solely on the cast. You have Jason Sudeikis, you have Keegan-Michael Key, you have
They have a lot of
Peter
good
Dinklage. If you're an A-list comedy person or Peter Dinklage, you're in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So based on what I know those people are capable of, I'm willing to give this movie the benefit of the doubt that it could be good. I'm not totally writing it off. I'm not like, oh my God, this is going to be the funniest movie ever. I'm just willing to give it the benefit of the doubt.
Okay, it had probably 20 clean seconds at the end of that trailer that it had to show me the bit that it was sure would make me laugh.
And it sure failed.
And it made me angry.
Ah, I see what you did there.
Wow.
Yeah. All right.
I'm not going to see that.
No.
So let's move on to a movie that I am actually excited to see, The Big Short.
Yeah, I'll
starring
see that.
every fucking person ever.
No kidding. Like
So-
if most of that movie is just
Those people.
those people around a table talking about
Yeah,
shit,
sounds
I will
great.
watch it.
So we have Ryan Gosling, Brad Pitt, Steve Carell,
Christian
Bale, and was there one more?
No, there's like several more recognizable actors at least.
Yeah. So it's a true story based around the fall of the bank market or the housing market, I should say,
Yeah.
that the banks defaulted on a shit ton of their
Like in the
loans.
mid 2000s.
Yeah. And so it's a story about these guys who all bet against the housing market, and they made a shit ton of money doing it. So this movie is written by the same guy who gave us Moneyball and what was the other fucking thing that he did? Michael Lewis is the guy's name.
Yeah, Michael Lewis. He wrote some things about gambling and then some.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of. But it also stars Karen Gillan, Selena Gomez, and just like you said, just a shit ton of people. Melissa Leo.
The underrated Melissa Leo.
She is very underrated.
Yeah,
I
she's
think she is an
really good in
extraordinary
everything
actress.
she's in. Yeah,
But Adam McKay directed this, which I think is a very odd choice.
very odd choice. But I'm
because-
excited to see it because that's a guy I've always thought had the ability to go a little bit beyond the comedy, like just screwball comedy kind of thing.
Because when you hear Adam McKay, what do you think? You think
Will
Step
Ferrell.
Brothers? You
Yeah,
think
I think Will Ferrell.
Anchorman? Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That's what I think.
yeah, because he did that with other guys with Marky Mark and
Which
the
was
Funky
kind
Bunch.
of enjoyable, to be honest.
Not gonna lie, it was pretty good. But yeah, Adam McKay is like Will Ferrell's best friend. They did the whole.
But he's got like a darker thing going on. Like he had some involvement in Eastbound and Down, which
Very
got
true. Very
periodically
true.
dark as hell.
Yeah.
Like out of nowhere. So I mean, he has other capabilities. I've always felt like he did. So I'm curious to see how this goes.
This could be one of those movies you just did not see coming, and it could be the number one movie of the year.
Only we have seen it coming.
No, I mean, like, as far as, like, the hype
No.
train, people are like, oh, it has everybody in it, it must be good, and then it just takes it to a new level. You're like, oh, wait, it's not just fun, it's good.
Yeah. See, I don't know. That's rare. What you just speculated on. Like usually when
It's
you
rare, but
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, with this unique cast and director and writer, because you wouldn't pick anybody besides maybe McKay and Carell being in the same movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually agree entirely.
It's really weird
Yeah.
because they picked all these like really handsome actors and just made them look like normal people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
hmm
Like Christian Bale looks kind of like shit.
And you see Ryan Gosling with the toupee on.
And he still looked awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just can't make him ugly.
No, you can't. There's not a thing you could do to him.
Or Brad Pitt. I still think he's gorgeous. That's my man crush.
you can't really see him behind that beard and the hair.
No,
and
I
the
like
glasses,
that.
But
I like that.
So
He looks like me if my beard and
Actually-
hair were a little more exaggerated.
actually, it's right.
Yeah. And my body wasn't horse shit. You know, like, and I was taller. How tall is Brad Pitt? I might be taller than Brad Pitt.
he's probably like 5'11", 5'10".
We should look that up.
Probably
Someone-
should, but I'm not
Hey,
going to.
Jareth. Ah, goddamn.
God damn it! Where are you,
I
Jared?
know.
Is he in Florida? Where is he? Or is he like?
all I know is he's
is he
somewhere.
delivering pizzas?
All he's doing is posting pictures of like the world on the internet. That's all I know about Jareth right now.
Yeah, and
he doesn't even have a profile pic on Facebook. So.
No, he
He
actually
doesn't need one.
he actually took a picture of the blank profile picture.
Oh, really?
And made that his profile picture.
Okay,
That's
that's, kind of
actually
awesome.
pretty-
Just so that if a picture is taken of him and tagged, it won't become his profile picture
That's
by
interesting.
default. Yeah.
That's actually kind of smart.
Yep.
Last trailer we're going to talk about: Daft Punk Unchained. I am going to do what the rest of you guys have done, and I'm going to let you guys talk about this. All I will say is Daft Punk is my favorite band of all time, and I'm very excited about their documentary. Go!
Okay.
Yeah, that.
I'll watch it.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks really interesting, and
I'm a Daft Punk fan. Daft Punk fan. Several beers in a very short period of time.
I mean, I started listening to Daft Punk when I was just a wee lad,
Me too. Yeah.
and then I don't want to be hipstery about it, but they've recently gotten very popular.
Yeah, which I'm glad. I mean, if we're gonna have
It's about
music
damn time.
that's exactly. A lot of people don't like that when artists they like get immensely popular, but like Get Lucky, for instance, is an awesome song, and it was very popular.
Yeah,
I don't have a problem with it.
but seeing all of that, I don't know. I guess I am gonna watch it, but I just wasn't sure what to think of the documentary.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I watch a lot of music documentaries, so I'll end up watching it. I don't know. It feels like it's maybe made with more of a less straightforward documentary angle, which I don't know that I like. I kind of like my music documentaries to be really gut shot nasty. Like, you know,
Yeah,
this is me eating Fritos
Yeah.
out of like a homeless man's
like I
butthole.
think I might not like the artist after finishing. This
Yeah,
type
I
of
kind of
thing.
want that though.
Me too.
Yeah, I don't know why. I have no idea why.
I don't know if
I feel like this is going to be a really clean documentary.
Well, maybe. I just feel like it's gonna be kind of. I mean, it's a good metaphor because at the end of the trailer, one of the Daft Punks goes to take off his helmet, and my thought was like, oh, you just go on Google and find out they just look like normal French
Yeah,
guys.
just some
Well, I don't
French
think they've
guys.
taken like a publicity photo since like the
No.
90s. So
Well, they have by accident been seen.
Right,
yeah,
In non Daft Punk capacities. So I'm worried that this movie is going to kind of show you the people behind the music, and it's going to be not great.
Kind of defeats the point in
Yeah.
this sense.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I will watch it.
Maybe they're not interesting people, or maybe they're really pretentious people.
I feel like they might just be. I don't think they would be very pretentious because I think a lot of the over the top secretive nature to me comes off as very like winking. I don't know if that's going to be how it
I'm
is.
I don't
worried-
think they use it as a publicity stunt.
I'm worried it's not winking, though. I'm worried that
They are either literally the worst people ever, or it's an intentional joke.
I guess that's
like
my
I can't.
that's my concern.
decide. Yeah,
I think.
Either way, they put out remarkable music, which
Yeah.
I've listened to since the 90s.
Yeah, same here.
And like you said, I'm not a music person, and I've listened to all the music I need to, and Daft
Yeah,
Punk is on the list.
Discovery was
Oh
my
my
first
God.
Daft Punk album, and that was when I was 12 years old.
Yep.
And that
Yep.
has held up.
Discovery, and then Aerodynamics, Human After all those.
Yeah, Discovery still remains my favorite.
I think Human After All is mine. Okay, gentlemen.
What now?
Does anyone have any parting thoughts? Something like that?
Yeah, okay, so of those
Oh.
5 trailers we saw, which
Yeah.
are you the most excited about? And
Oh.
which one could you not give 4 shits about? I
The
know what we're all
Revenant
going to say
and,
about
Angry
4
Birds. That was really fast. This is the easiest one of these I've ever had.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's the same for me. I think I am. Oh, I guess. Shit.
The Big Short looks really
Yeah,
good.
it
doesn't
does look really
It
good.
looks
No,
really good. But it's not The Revenant good.
It might be. We don't know.
Yeah.
But probably not.
for me. It's Halo 5.
Oh, yeah. I
that you
forgot
don't
about
give a
that.
shit about, or you're excited
That
about?
I'm excited about. I think I'm more excited about the Revenant, but
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Halo I've already paid for and bought, and
Yeah.
the game's not out until the end of this month.
yeah.
So I'm just not. I've already bought it, so like I won't get excited until like 3 days before it's out. And I'm like, oh my god, I get it in a
And then
few
when
days.
it's in your hands, you'll be like, yeah.
Okay, fine. It's Halo 5. Yeah, that's. I'm excited about that.
Oh, but what are
Um,
you least excited for?
What do you? Angry Birds. I think I am least excited for Angry Birds, and
Okay.
I think that I will want to set Earth on fire when it comes out.
I hope that you do.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm the most excited for the Revenant, but I'm going to say The Big Short because I think it does deserve to be mentioned on somebody's list.
Yeah.
But yeah, Angry Birds least excited for.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you defended it, and then you're like, I can't in this context.
Before
Well,
Yeah, you-
compared to
comparatively
everything on that.
speaking.
there's
Exactly.
one more thing. So if you recall, I know that you're going to move on to IMDb Idiots,
Mhm.
but if you recall, last podcast, I did a thing that I wanted to start doing regularly.
Well, Jareth's not here.
Well, Brian is here, and I
Is
feel
it
like
mock Jareth?
I feel
'Cause
like I feel like Brian might almost even be better for this.
Okay, so
well,
Brian,
what are we doing?
you
So-
are the one picking the movies.
Well, hold on.
Okay.
So-
all right,
Mike,
I like this.
Mike, that's me.
Yeah.
Not for IMDb Idiots. This is something different. Remember The Godfather?
Yes. Oh, apologies.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Okay, so what I'm doing, I feel that I have not seen enough of the movie classics. I have not seen
I
enough
also feel that way.
of the necessary movie film things. So what has happened is it was voted last podcast that I see The Godfather. I have
Yes.
now done that.
Yeah, so vote for something for me to see. Is that what we're doing?
More or less,
Yeah,
and
let's do
also
that.
grill me on what I thought of The Godfather. Which
What
I-
did you think of The
I
Godfather?
don't know. I was so interested in The Godfather for like
Yeah.
the first third, and then for the rest of the movie, my interest slowly dropped off. Is that bad? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I
What
haven't
did?
seen it since I was like 10.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
okay,
been a
good.
long time.
Andrew, have you seen The Godfather recently?
it's been about a year and a half.
I almost felt like I was just downloading the movie into my consciousness, and I was like, I think things about this, but I've almost seen so much of it just in pop culture that
Yeah.
I can't.
It's not.
It's almost
effective enough.
impossible for me to formulate my own
Well,
opinion.
what
about
should
it.
I watch? What should I?
I have a movie in mind that I think you should watch.
throw it
Okay.
out there.
Do you know who the director Akira Kurosawa is?
Yeah, like
Uh-oh.
Seven Samurai.
Have you seen Seven Samurai?
I have seen Seven Samurai.
That was going to be my.
Yeah.
So, have you seen
Okay.
it, Mike?
Hold on.
No.
Let me just say that again. I have seen Seven Samurai.
Yeah.
It's just some alliteration.
It's old movie
Yeah,
back in the 1950s.
old as hell. I would love that. Absolutely.
It's so long it has an intermission in the DVD.
Okay. All right. How long is it?
4 hours.
Yeah, it's like 4 plus.
3.5 hours. 3.5 hours.
Oh, I thought it was longer than that.
I'm looking at it right now. It's unrated 3.5 hours.
Okay.
So, and on IMDb right now, it is the 20th best movie of all time.
Well, I mean, so you can watch that. I need one too. I need a.
Have
Oh,
you
okay.
seen Rocky?
Yeah, I was born in the 80s.
Yeah.
I think I've seen Rocky. I don't know.
If you haven't seen Rocky, that's your movie.
The first one.
That's the only one.
Yeah,
That's the only
Unless you
one.
want to watch
really
Ivan
is.
Drago, which is
which you do. You want that.
You know what? I love every single Rocky movie besides
Oh, yeah.
Rocky 5.
I
Tommy Morrison.
unfortunately also do, even though they're not good.
They're
Rocky
good in a
1's
weird
good.
way. Have you seen? Oh, here's a good one in case you haven't seen it. Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen all of the
the
Ocean's
original
movies.
one or the
No, not the 1960s
Okay,
one.
I've seen all the newer ones.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna look at my list here.
I'm loving Seven Samurai unless
Yeah, that's yours for
That's
sure.
yours. Have
Oh.
you seen Apocalypto?
What is
The
that?
Mel
are we doing
Gibson
Brian
From
now?
like 2
Yeah.
years ago?
Yeah.
No.
Ooh, that's your movie.
Okay, that's my movie.
If
I love this idea.
Have
All
you
right.
seen? You've seen Apocalypto?
Yes.
By next week, this will have happened.
Okay.
So you guys
Excellent.
banter for a second. I'm gonna get you your DVDs.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you want to banter about, Mike?
Is
Is it that I have to pee again? I just peed and I haven't drank anything else. Yeah.
Did I get the package?
No, you got him.
That's
Nailed
totally
him.
right. I'm going to go pee now.
All right.
And then I
so-
will defeat Mike at IMDb
Oh.
idiots or something.
No,
Oh, we
you're
shall see.
you're delivering the movies this week.
I'll still win.
So
Oh, we didn't have to do that if you don't want to.
nah, it's fine.
Okay.
It'll save me time from
I would-
because I didn't have any prepared. So
Well, maybe we can get you a win on this kind of new round.
yeah, because like I said, I haven't played. Last week is the first time I played in like 3 or 4 months.
Jareth beat you.
He did beat me
That was astounding. And
because I was greedy. I was going for the win way too early.
yeah, and I wasn't. It wasn't really angling it towards Jareth either. So
Yeah,
I was worried about doing that.
all my fault there. So while Brian is doing his thing over there, I'm going to describe to everybody what IMDb Idiots is.
Yep.
For our new listeners, what we do here is Brian, the host this week, is going to list off facts about a movie, television, or video game. And our goal, Mike and I, is to guess what media he is talking about. What particular movie, television show, or video game. The first of us to guess correctly wins. First to 3 wins the whole thing. You only get one guess unless the other person gets it wrong. Otherwise, you are back in.
Yep.
So, while Brian is getting situated over there, we are
Did
going
you time that out right? It's kind of
fairly
impressive.
fairly. Do you have anything in mind? Are you ready to go?
Sure. Yeah. No, I'm just going to start winging it.
The only thing you cannot say is what year said media came out, because it gives it away immediately.
Okay, so no year. I just
No year.
start with director, right?
Director, writer, actor, stuff like that. Oh,
Okay.
first tell us what media it is: television,
All right,
video
this
game,
is a film.
film. Okay.
That's where I'm starting.
No, it's fine. It took me like 20 minutes to do it last time. So
Yeah, no, because we haven't done it before, right? All right. This is hold on. I'm just getting on the internet here. It's not a big deal. It kind of is, but
The internet's a big deal. Don't short sell
Yeah.
the internet,
no, I shouldn't. It's my favorite thing that exists, so
because the internet has porn, which is
it does. It has everything you could want, honestly.
yeah, and you don't even have to get up.
For those
Okay,
of you
th-
wondering,
this
we
was
are just
directed-
bantering.
This is directed by Randall Wallace.
Braveheart.
Nope, you're out.
Damn it!
Among,
See, just like last week, I'm getting way too greedy.
among the actors is Jeremy Irons.
Oh shit! I know what it is.
Is it? Let me make sure I have this right. Is it
Yeah.
Man in the Iron Mask?
It is,
Son
and I don't
of a-
even know why. I just thought of that movie when I was peeing.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, I got greedy again.
Yeah,
I
you
should.
do that. Mike
I'm
has
not-
a one.
I'm not going to be greedy anymore.
Mike has a 1-0 lead.
I do.
So we're going to be moving on to our second movie at this time.
Good enunciation.
It is a movie.
Yep.
Yeah. No.
I would hope so.
I'm doing this in just whatever
Whoa,
movie
whoa,
comes
whoa.
to mind, even if it sucks.
Is this a movie or a film?
Same thing.
Oh.
This was directed by Brian Robbins.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a movie.
It's a movie. Are you guys ready for more information?
Yes.
I'm always ready.
John Hawkes is in this movie. Teardrop, as we mentioned earlier. The movie also stars a beleaguered Keanu Reeves.
Is it? Wait, did he? Brian Robbins directed it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where we're at right now.
Okay.
Hardball.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
correct.
God
Hey.
damn it! I was
The movie's so bad.
see because I knew
It's a really bad movie.
I knew
Yeah.
what movie it was, but I didn't know the name of it.
Well, that's kind of your problem.
That is
isn't it?
that is one of the major things I need to have.
I was thinking that's what it was in my mind whenever you said John Hawkes, but I needed confirmation.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's too bad. So it's 1-1. This movie was directed by Alexander Payne. See, this is more normal than my last two.
It's almost
okay,
like-
I have a really good feeling I know
I'm
which one
pretty
this is.
sure I know what it is too.
Yeah, Bo Bridges is in it.
Oh,
I'm never giving you guys the leading actor first.
God damn it!
I'm gonna ruin your whole lives.
Fucking. Well, it's got to be this one, right?
Well, I don't know. You can take a guess or not, or you can wait for the next clue.
The Descendants.
That's correct.
Okay.
Damn it, that was my guess. I
2
just
to 1. That was a good movie. I like that movie.
Yeah,
It was
I was
really
like, it's
good.
not going to be about Schmidt.
Yeah. That movie
or
had its
Sideways.
virtues.
I thought you were going to go with
Sideways
Sideways.
was pretty good.
Yeah,
Paul Giamatti is
I was trying to
why.
remember if Bo Bridges was in Sideways.
He could have been.
Yeah, exactly.
He easily could have been.
He does like his
what are the options of
alcohol.
what I can give you guys?
film, television show, or video game.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Possibly
Um,
the last
Yeah,
one.
do a video game, Brian.
Do you want me to?
I would love that.
Do you guys want that?
I would
Sure.
love that.
Is that what the crowd is clamoring
The
for right now?
the crowd is screaming.
Game.
Okay.
Game.
Well, we're going to try that.
Get ready for a long Japanese name
Yeah.
That's all you're ever going to get
the rest of your life.
for the rest of your life. Okay.
If it's a really long, awkward name, you have to spell it out for us.
The director of this game was Takao Shimizu. Yeah.
Spell.
It just copy and paste a picture of the Japanese flag into your browser. Takao Shimizu. Let me know when you guys are ready.
Weirdly, there's like 17 hits for the same name
Yeah.
on IMDb.
Well, tough shit.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Mike
okay.
West.
So Shimizu.
Yeah. Mike West voiced the main character of the game.
Okay. That's going to be my in here.
Yeah.
Let's see. What are you known for, Mike
Wait.
West?
Wait. Mike West.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it looks like you're mostly a producer, director, and writer. I'm gonna have to find
Mm.
a Mike West that's not. Looks like this. I'm just gonna talk it out. I guess you're known for acting.
Sure. Do you want more information, guys?
Yes.
Okay. Well, this okay. The problem is that Andros has declared
Star Fox 64.
tie.
No! Damn it! We're both looking at it, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and you had to think like, what would Brian have played?
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
I'm like,
that's-
a bunch of stuff's like Brian's never heard of that.
That's
Brian's
what
never-
I do when you do it. I'm like, Andrew would not have. Yeah, this can't be right.
Okay, so what is it?
Okay.
It's still 2-1.
It's still
2-1?
2-1. You
Okay.
still got a lead. You're still
Okay.
on the cusp of victory.
Should this be? No, it
Well, it
shouldn't.
will be if you get it. You'll win.
You're right. You're right. We clamored for the game.
Damn
Yeah,
it!
it was crazy too. That was enjoyable. That was my favorite one. Okay.
What media form do we have?
We're back to movies now. We're back to movies.
Okay.
It's just the best way to do this almost.
I'm ready. I'm so ready. I can't even vamp for you.
For serious?
For serious.
He's
Okay.
too legit to quit.
This movie was directed by Clint Eastwood.
Oh, God damn it!
Yeah, I decided to make this one just a mess.
Yep.
He's only directed 39 movies. It's no big
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah. Naomi Watts is in this movie.
Oh, fuck. Naomi Watts?
Yep. It was never in theaters, really. Only a very brief limited release. You ready? You ready?
No, wait.
Okay.
Hold on. Wait.
I'm nervous for you guys.
I'm nervous for myself.
Is it? It's not J. Edgar, is it?
Yep.
Fuck.
2-2.
Fuck!
J. Edgar was in the theaters. That's why
Very-
you were
for
throwing
like
me
8
off.
seconds. That's why I corrected myself. It was like very limited, and then that was it. Okay. This will be your final thing that we do here.
Okay, Regis. Go on.
Whoever wins this,
Unless
is
we
gonna
tie
win.
again.
And it's going to be awful. I'm
Head.
going to make this terrible.
Head to head.
This was a television series.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh man, Mary Lou Henner was in this television series.
Is it like Mary Lou, all one word?
Yeah, Marilu, and then Henner with 2 N's.
Oh yeah, her. Okay.
Yeah, it ran for a while. It was awful.
I think
Who else was in
It's
it?
big to guess. Yeah, no, I'm getting ready to give one out. Hal Holbrook was also in it. The venerable Hal Holbrook, who's in a lot of movies you've seen.
Yeah. Evening Shade.
That is correct.
I win. Suck a dick.
Come from behind. I
could've-
randomly saw an episode of that on TV, and I was like, what is this piece of shit?
I was waiting for you to say like Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't doing it. It's
Okay.
the only TV show he's really fronted, so
Yeah.
I didn't want to do that.
I would have never guessed that in a million
No,
years.
I had never heard of it until like 2 days ago.
Okay.
And I watched like 10 minutes of it, and I was like, this is just abysmal. So Andrew is our IMDb Idiots champion,
Woot woot.
Okay.
but
it's-
we all win. Really.
It's weird because right now I think Andrew, Jareth, I think we've all won.
We've all won.
One
I have
Mhm.
won too.
for the last 4 episodes of Flick Freaks.
Yeah,
maybe
we've
we
all
should
won
check
one,
this.
then.
Every one of us has won each
Yeah.
one. There's not been a champion. So
We'll just
far.
say we let Jareth win so he can.
I like that. Yeah, I like
Okay.
that.
just
I
for
want-
my benefit. So
I would
can't-
love for Jareth to host one of the IMDb Idiots. So
Oh,
yes.
it would be. None of us would have seen any of it. There's no chance.
But Sam Neill will probably have been in it.
Yeah, he honestly has a picture
Dr.
of Sam
Grant?
Neill on his ceiling. Yeah,
I used to have a picture of Jackie Chan on my ceiling from Rumble in the Bronx.
wow.
Yeah, that's good stuff, right?
It was a Rumble in the Bronx poster. I was like 10.
That is fascinating. I did not know this information.
Yeah.
Until now.
This is when I was a wee lad. All right. Thank you to everybody for listening to episode 53 of the Flick Freak podcast. If you want to find us on all forms of social media, you can find us at Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, all at /Flick Freaks. If you like video games, head over to Game Geeks, our gaming channel. On YouTube, we do Let's Plays and walkthrough and guides of certain video games. Anything you guys want to plug coming up soon? Besides, I think Games is coming up next weekend here in Springfield.
Yeah, if you're in the Springfield area, All Tower Media will be at Game or Games. I'm not sure. And
Game and Media Expo, so I guess it's just Game.
they're going to be selling pre-orders for the card game and talking about it and showing it off. I don't know exactly what they're doing, but I won't be there, but I know they will be there. So
Yeah.
if you're at Game, definitely look for us. We'll be by wherever DA Roberts is set up. So
Cool.
I have nothing to plug at this time.
Well, fantastic.
But soon.
Soon the backup catcher will return,
Yeah,
possibly.
so there's stuff in the works.
I didn't
just
know
like to
you
say it
guys-
that way. It sounds like I'm really doing something important.
I was
Yeah,
unaware
I'm
that
not.
the backup catcher went away.
It did. It's been on a probably 6-month hiatus.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want to tell you now on air that I know nothing of baseball.
Yeah,
but I
neither
have
do I.
listened to 2 episodes of that.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're hilarious.
And they were actually very amusing.
No, I would imagine they
Very-
would be
really
at least
entertaining.
somewhat entertaining
Yeah.
to anyone who does not know anything about baseball.
Yeah.
Oh, they're really good. All right. Well, thank you everybody for watching. We'll catch you on episode 54 or on one of our YouTube videos. Until then, thank you for listening, and Godspeed.
Hoya!
Yeah!